Welcome, adventurers! The Mermaid Mask brings back Detective Grimoire and Sally for another thrilling mystery. Find out who murdered the captain of the Motuga submarine. Within the submarine, you'll need to question all suspects present and locate clues to solve the case. I have not played the first game. We played a little bit of this game just to see.
Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying, floating helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.
Okay, if you like poetry, that's for you. So a few things you want to look at the Stone Top Inn. One of them is the book.
It's some book Sally's been reading. She insisted that we bring it with us, although I'm not sure why.
You don't really have to read it. If you want to, you can. Something terrible awaits you in the depths. Will you face it? He sees it in his dreams. Hex of the Helmsman, 40W. Chapter 1, Lost at Sea. Marcus Modum tightened his grip on the wheel and stared out across the bleak horizon. And then some more story time.
Hex of the Helmsman by J.D. Werman. Looks like Sally's read through it a couple of times already. I wonder what's so interesting about it. It's the case file. The reason we're here. It was left for us right here on the bar.
And this is the whole reason for the game. Murder victim Captain Magnus Motuga, 39. Location Illusion Theatre, Motuga Submarine. The Illusion Theatre is mostly empty, save for an ancient stone cauldron with a thick metal lid. Signed Captain Seafoam.
Captain Seafoam. As far as I know, that's who hired us. And who left the case file here in the inn. But where are they now? Where's anyone? Sally, what do you think?
Sally's fast asleep.
Great contribution. It's Sally. She's fast asleep. To be fair, it is 4 in the morning. I agreed to stay awake and see if anyone shows up. So far, nothing. I thought I heard something outside. Hello? Sally, wake up. We have to go.
Why?
Because there's an eerie green light trying to lure us outside.
Oh, that's a pretty good reason.
That is a pretty good reason.
I'll get up.
So this is how you switch between screens.
It's a billboard for a theater.
Baroness Fortuna presents Fortuna Hall. Performing tonight, Waylon Wolf.
Oh, tonight?
For one of the
We didn't come all this
achievements,
way to go to the theater. Also, the sign is several years old.
you need to look at the statue in the town square before getting on the submarine to earn progress towards the Silver Snake Sleuth achievement. This is part of the
A
achievement.
large stone statue on top of a fountain.
It looks like a fisherman wrestling with some kind of dragon.
It says right here, the Silkworm Serpent.
It can't be a serpent. It has legs.
Right?
You still need to find 3 other ones before the achievement is complete. To follow on with the game, you need to click on the submarine.
There's something in the water.
What is it?
I don't know. But whatever it is the source of the green light. Is that?
A submarine. I think I can see someone standing on the deck.
Maybe we should go take a look.
Let's do it. On the foredeck, there are a few things you'll want to look at before continuing. The Buyui, one of the words I could never pronounce.
An old wooden boy
Boy.
with a face.
This is where the green light was coming from. I noticed it started to fade as soon as we stepped onto the deck.
So it's a boy that doubles as a lighthouse?
The opposite, really. A lighthouse warns you to stay away, but this thing lured us in.
The rowboat.
An old rowing boat.
Or
What?
it only has
Oh!
And then the sign they didn't have enough money to do properly.
Looks like it initially said Seafoam, but that got crossed out, and now it says Mortuga. I'm getting mutiny vibes from this. I don't know about you.
It's the wrong way around.
What?
Take another look at the case file.
A good rom. No, it's not like that. What did she want us to look at?
There's nobody here.
The door's open, though. Somebody must have opened it after the submarine surfaced.
Does that constitute an invitation?
Let's go.
Ready, Sally?
This is as invited as we'll ever be.
What did you say?
Huh?
I didn't understand what you said.
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Weird.
Are you okay?
Yeah. What's at the bottom of the ladder?
I can't see. It's pitch black.
Should we go back up?
Wait, I think there's a lever.
At the parlor, you'll want to look at the photo.
Whoa.
What is that?
A large painting of some unknown being. It is set in an ornate wooden frame. The brass plaque displays a single word, her. Unusually, it has been set directly onto the painting. And then this
I
doorway.
think this door leads into the control room.
I want to go into the control room.
Well,
Tough luck.
you can't. It's locked. It's taped up on the other side of the door.
You don't need to come in here. The crime scene is one floor down at the very back of the submarine. Captain Seafoam.
Thanks for the directions, I guess.
Do you get the sense that the captain is hiding from us?
Why would they do that?
To pay or they are guilty. You decide. So inside the maze hall, we need to solve a puzzle.
It's a big metal statue of a serpent.
That's the other part of the Silver Snake Sleuth achievement. We have 2 statues now.
There is a cabinet built into it.
And you need
but
4.
I think it's locked.
Rotate the 4 dials into the correct arrangement. So you can see a number 3, meaning we want like a triangle here. At the bottom we want 9, so 5 plus triangle 3, it's not. It's only 8. Upside we want like a triangle, only triangle. Here we need another square block to make it 9. This one is supposed to be 7, so it's 4. How can I switch the other one? It's 8. We don't want 8. Meaning I have to get something, a triangle on this side to make it 7, and then we need 4 still here. Oh, this is kind of difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. it's not gonna work. We need a square. And on this side we need 3 at least. Like that.
I
Unlock.
was right.
I'm impressed.
A bit more difficult than it looks, but we have it.
The little cabinet opened.
Anything in there?
Sun tablets. Okay, we have a clue. We can now go to where the crime took place. The Illusion Theater, as stated in the case files. This is the crime scene, and there are a lot of important items to look at in the crime scene. First, we start with the upside down poster.
Someone's taped a drawing to the wall. Although it's upside down for some reason.
I think it's supposed to be a poster.
Lady of the Looking Glass. There's a panel in the wall.
It's a heavy bulkhead door. Seems like you lock it by turning that big wheel.
There's actually a wheel on both sides of the door.
So I could lock it or unlock it from either side.
If you were strong enough, maybe.
Ouch.
Why would the stool be lying on its side?
The stool's been knocked over.
Doesn't it look familiar to you?
Sally, it's a standard wooden stool. I don't...
We've seen this before at the Stonetop Inn.
It looks exactly like the bar stools in the Stonetop Inn.
A trail of blood. Looks like it came from the wound in Mortuga's neck. It runs straight down the room towards the back of the submarine.
No, it doesn't. Not immediately. It pulls out first, then changes its mind.
So we have an NCIS investigation lady on our side. What's the
There's a
broken
little
vial
broken
doing
vial on the
here?
floor.
I'm guessing Mortuga dropped this when he died.
The small paper label is marked with a simple picture of a moon.
Someone's hung up a banner with the words Illusion Theater painted on it.
Illusion Theater. Welcome back, Mortuga.
You know, I think this room's had some kind of rebranding.
Rebranding from what? What was it before?
Possibly nothing. A small room like this wouldn't normally have a name at all.
A trail of blood.
Oh,
Looks
we
like
already
straight-
had the
No,
blood.
it doesn't. It pulls out first.
Someone's hung up a curtain here. It's tied to the wall right now, but looks like it could be drawn across the middle of the room.
No, like a theater curtain.
Why would we want to do that?
Finally, something to justify the name of the room.
So what's in the cauldron?
This is the cauldron?
Not quite what I was expecting.
The exterior is potted with algae and barnacles.
The case file said it had never been unlocked before.
It's unlocked now. There's already a body out. Oh, this is where he died.
So, this is where Magnus Mortuga died. It's just like the case file said. He landed on his back with the cauldron at his feet.
He was killed by getting cut across the neck, right?
Yeah, you can see that's where the blood came from.
So we need to know we need to answer what happened to Magnus Mortuga
But there's no weapon.
with all the
No knife
clues
or anything?
that we've gathered.
Nothing.
So by the looks of things, he was
This
standing
place
right in
gives
front
me
of the
creeps.
cauldron.
That cauldron especially. I keep staring into it like I'm going to see something. But it really does seem to be empty.
To quote from the case file, Mortuga had locked himself in the room. It was later forced open, and the body was discovered.
So Mortuga was alone in a locked room. A very small locked room. There really isn't anywhere for a murderer to hide.
I'm not so sure. I think there is a hiding place.
Our first deduction of the game. So you're gonna say Magnus Mortuga unlocked the cauldron. The cauldron that was never unlocked before. And he was killed by something that was inside.
Magnus Mortuga unlocked the cauldron and was killed by what was inside.
I really don't think a person would fit in that cauldron.
Who says it was a person?
And didn't they say it had never been unlocked before? If that's true, there couldn't have been anyone in there.
Right, I agree. I don't think it was a person.
Then what?
I don't know. But you have to wonder why it was kept locked in the first place. I'm guessing there was something pretty bad in there.
Look, Mortuga died from a cut across his neck, not from some vague paranormal entity. Unless you're suggesting it was a vague paranormal entity with a knife?
Did you get a good look at the inside of the cauldron? There was something I noticed.
The scratches.
The scratch marks.
That's also what you should have noticed. Chapter 1. The Curse. In the Cauldron. After completing the first deduction on what happened to Captain Mortuga in the prologue, we'll now be able to go anywhere else throughout the submarine. Only a few locations will be locked initially. There is no right or wrong order to do things, but we suggest going to the child's room directly beside the illusion theater first. In the child's room, look at the newspaper to earn progress toward the Silver Snake Sleuth achievement. This is like the third one we're looking at.
A page
Of
ripped
4.
out of a newspaper.
Pause if you want to read, it's a lot to read. Another
And
portrait.
a painting of a girl standing in the woods. It is just a painting, right?
Sure. Maybe. No. Maybe.
Self-portrait.
It's a wooden chest.
What's all this stuff on the top?
Another puzzle. The goal of this puzzle is to move the cards and lenses to first read the riddle on the back. The riddle will tell us where we need to place all the objects. So line up all the cards so that each girl has the head on top of the doll below. This is not right. And then we still have the other two lenses to place. Apparently not like that, because we want this one to be looking. This one has to have the small doll. Something like this.
Hey!
We did it.
I'm impressed.
So am I.
It opened.
What's in there?
A strange glass eye found in the child's room. It smells musty and unpleasant. Okay, we can now go back to the map. There's a magnifying glass on the parlor. Let's head to the parlor. Oh, there's now a face in the control room door.
Hello?
Go solve the crime.
We're doing it.
That's what we're trying to do.
Did you talk to Sim yet?
Sim?
Sim?
Sim! Symmetry!
Where is she?
She'll be in the room nearest the illusion theater.
The child's room? The one with that weird painting? We checked in there.
Yeah, no, there's no weird painting in that room. Just a weird girl. Tell her to knock it off and start taking this seriously.
I said it was not a painting.
I knew it.
Let's go back.
Alas, I am outwitted. My paltry facade undone.
I mean, yeah, I could see you blinking.
We could hear you breathing a little bit too. Sorry.
Bound are we by limitation of the flesh.
And they're lying.
Your symmetry, is that right?
Symmetry Silkmoth, illusionist. And you? Are you not detectives both, in service to the captain?
Pretty much, yeah.
And should thou find me guilty, what punishment awaits?
We don't really plan that far ahead, to be honest.
Walk the plank.
Will we find you guilty?
My heart is burdened heavy, true, but not from murderer's guilt.
Okay, glad to hear it.
Technically, she just said she isn't feeling guilty. She didn't say she wasn't guilty.
So you're an illusionist. What kind of tricks do you do?
My magic act is theatre-born and played upon a stage.
Oh, like with big props? Smoke and mirrors kind of stuff?
Smoke and mirror, crate and cage, doors and doubles both.
How long have you been doing it?
Since approximate 12. I'm now approximate 18.
Approximate?
My sum of years I cannot say. Time hath kept no count.
Oh, okay.
Do you only do big stage magic? You don't, by any chance, do any close-up stuff?
Grimoire, she's not here to perform for you.
Cast thine eyes upon this card. On its back an image clear, a duck or rabbit's form. Think hard and choose with steady mind, and I'll predict the course of fate.
Let's think of a duck.
Okay, I'm thinking about it.
That's the trick. Sorry, but this is like the most basic optical illusion. There'll be a drawing that looks like a duck or a rabbit, depending on how you interpret it.
Somebody's jealous.
What does it say?
That's the trick. Sorry, but this is like the most basic optical illusion. There'll be a drawing.
Dang, pretty good trick.
Okay, I get it. Very good. Well done. Is this your bedroom?
My chamber shared with Cynthia Fair. Take a left down the hall.
Oh, so this room is, what exactly?
My place of toil.
And what are you toiling on?
Many a thing, all a manner of things.
Keeping busy, huh?
I must remain of some use, lest I should become useless.
What would happen then?
Surely I'll be tossed into the sea, where I will promptly perish. Thereupon, my listless form becomes a meal for a passing sea turtle.
Symmetry.
But oh, the turtle finds me scant sustenance, and he too will perish, and will both be dead forever and ever.
Symmetry!
Maybe she knows something about the night of the murder.
Scene opens. Submarine interior. Symmetry lies awake in bed.
We're really doing it like this.
She is restless, wrought with guilt.
Guilt about what?
A sudden movement of the submarine wakes Cynthia. Cynthia, noticing Symmetry. Oh, you were already awake. What is wrong? The two young women briefly talk to one another.
Not gonna give us that bit?
Cynthia, getting up. Oh, I must go and inspect the control room. Exit Cynthia. Symmetry lays in bed a little longer. Symmetry, getting up. Oh, I must return to the Illusion Theatre. I cannot bear it.
Return?
The Illusion Theatre. The door is already open. Symmetry sees Captain Mortuga laying dead on the ground. She screams. She also sees a large face passing by the window.
What? A face outside the submarine.
Enter Dansum and Worman. Dansum. Oh, my dude, this is crazy. Worman says nothing. Enter Madame Tadpole. In her wake, Mr. Grip, Cynthia, and Mariana. And after a short while, Dr. Zephyr. Madame Tadpole taking charge. Oh, which one of you is the murderer? Tell me now so that ye may be punished appropriately.
I'm sure that's exactly what she said.
Exit Cynthia and Symmetry. Cynthia, visibly nervous. Oh, but who will become captain now? Symmetry, pondering. Oh, do you think Mortuga wrote a will?
Not a bad question.
The two young women attempt to enter the captain's cabin, but the door is locked. They decide to visit the control room instead. Cynthia is now moving with urgency, and Symmetry is lagging behind. Cynthia emerges from the control room. She is holding several sheets of paper and the captain's logbook. Cynthia goes down the ladder. Symmetry follows behind. Outside Worman's bunk room, Symmetry noticing a piece of paper on the ground. Oh, surely this was dropped by Worman, as it is from his typewriter. I shall return it to whence it came. She places the paper back into the typewriter. Symmetry returns to her bedroom. Scene ends.
Wow, if we knew the story was gonna be that long, we would not have asked. Let's ask her about the... Let's say she's a suspect.
Okay, pal. Are you getting enough to eat?
Alas, by flesh and frame and bone and blood I set but little store.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So what do you set store by?
Oh, like, what are my interests?
Yeah.
Enwrapped, enthralled, of clothin dolls, of effigies, of twins,
Okay, sure.
of glass and gleam, of mirrored eyes, of phantoms falsely cast.
Fine. Mirrors, okay.
Oh! Of what if aught doth lay beyond this fleeting form of flesh?
How do we shut this girl up?
Symmetry Silk Moth, number 4, the unblinking eye.
We'll go with fear.
Fear?
Like jagged face of coastal cliff, cut coarse by storms and swells of life long spent. Sleep a scant solace, bedeviled by a dream dug deep in folds of ever-furrowed brow. His broad form stood, once ox-strong and stout, now more malediction than man. Doomed to dwell down in the dark, the once light of a life once lived, now too luminous to look upon. Magnus Mortuga, number 1, the turning wheel.
Any one of the following is fine. A change of fate, meeting your destiny, or taking control. We're gonna go with taking control.
Control?
We need to know about her painting, the first thing.
I find it hard to look away. Her flicker flame doth draw me in, and I am merest moth.
What is it? Some kind of monster from the bottom of the ocean?
No, not of the sea. She's of an even darker place.
And then there was another
You
poster.
drew the sim?
I did.
And you hung it up on the wall? In the Illusions Theater?
I fully meant to take it down, but never had the chance.
What is it exactly?
Imprudent plans gone swift astray.
Plans for a new magic act?
Why'd you hang it upside down?
Upside down?
Yeah, I thought maybe it was part of some kind of trick or an illusion.
I didn't hang it upside down. I hung it right side up.
Really?
Okay. If she says so.
Sim, look, it's you.
Oh, long faded yesteryear. I'm shocked you knew that she was me.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're old enough to say yesteryear in any context.
From the review, it sounds like your old magic show is pretty good.
I filled the house up every night.
So why'd you give it up?
There were other things I wished to learn. Things not found upon that stage.
Care to explain what this is?
Nay,
Do you know what it is?
I.
I'm not sure if that was a pun or not.
Where'd you find it?
In the parlor, on the floor.
So someone...
Dang, we also need to know about the wooden bio.
Fate awaiting guilty hearts once they are
We
condemned.
got a DC there, sorry guys.
You get
Guilty hearts once they are
We
condemned.
got a DC there, sorry guys.
you get turned into a weird little wooden goblin head?
Nay, bound in chains upon the deck and pulled along
Yep.
beside the ship.
Hope it
Oh,
didn't last too long.
Jeez.
She's not serious. I don't think.
What is it?
I do not know and dare not guess.
Ah, come on. One little guess.
It's not my place to muse upon the things in Chamber Dream.
Why don't you just try? One thing we should still ask her about is the... something we do not have here. Sailcloth. But we can always go back and hear Cynthia's side of the story. Maybe she'll open for us this time, because looks like the two are blaming each other.
You spoke with Sim?
Yes?
Yeah.
And?
I'm not about to declare her innocent right here, right now, if that's what you were hoping for.
Aw, come on. Do it.
We haven't even spoken to all the suspects yet.
Oh, which ones are you missing?
You. Open the door, Cynthia.
Now we have access to the control room. Before speaking to Cynthia, look around the control room and collect the following clues. One of them will be the submarine blueprint.
There's even an arts and crafts table.
It's a normal table.
Currently being used for arts and crafts.
The Mortuga submarine, a strange blueprint found in the control room. The wheel.
Ah, the ship's wheel.
Don't touch it.
I won't.
That was not convincing.
The shiny jacket.
Don't touch that, please. It's behind glass for a reason. It is a garment of great historical significance and must be preserved.
What if we just look at it from a distance?
Fine.
An ornate jacket displayed on a wooden mannequin in the control room. We can't touch it as it is kept locked behind glass, but somehow we are able to rotate it without any problems.
It's a throne.
It's not a throne.
Oh, well, what is it?
Well, it's, the captain's control chair.
There's a label taped to the back. Maybe it says what kind of chair it is.
That's not a label. It's a whole document.
Command contract, one of the clues you need to find. This contract represents an agreement between the two individuals in contention over the ownership and command of the Mortuga submarine. Okay, we can now talk to Cynthia.
Hey, so thanks for finally letting us in.
You know, I have to say, that really was pretty unhelpful.
It is I, Cynthia Seafoam, fearless captain of the Mortuga submarine.
Hi, I'm Sally.
Aha! Then you must be Detective Grimoire,
Correct? Yes?
the world's greatest detective, here on my submarine.
The world's... No, I'm not the world's greatest. Just a detective.
She was probably talking about me.
Now I assume you've come to make your official report. Let's hear it. I'm a busy woman, you know.
Slow down there, Miss Seafoam. We just came in here to question you since you're one of the suspects.
But I hired you!
Yeah, no, that doesn't get you off the hook, I'm afraid.
What? Really? Ugh, this is so totally unfair.
We actually forgot one of the achievements.
Can we look at the control panel?
If you promise not to press any of the buttons.
I will make no such promise.
You've got to know she's gonna press it anyway.
It's a lever.
One of the achievements, you have to pull both of the levers. Lever lover achievement. Pull both levers on the submarine's control panel, collected by looking at the control panel in the control room and pulling both the red and yellow levers. Okay, that has been done. Then we can also
It's an electrical
complete
switchboard.
the wire puzzle. The puzzle requires to move the wires to different number slots to create an image on the right side. We're trying to copy the image shown on the post-it note.
Something's bound to happen if we mess around. If we carefully and sensibly interact with this precision equipment.
So the red triangle wires need to be on 1 and 12. But we need to... Okay, yellow circle wires need to be on 4 and 6. And the blue square wires need to be 7 and 11. Something... It looks right.
Nope.
Nope.
The digital display
Oh.
changes depending on...
I guess we have to get it to match the drawing on the piece of paper.
And that can easily be done. Swap the 6 colored plugs into the correct sockets. Red triangle wires 1 and 12. So we need to complete that image there.
I did it.
Oh, we did it. Kinda weird, but
Good job.
okay.
Something unlocked.
That puzzle can be random by the looks of it.
The hatch opened.
What's inside the hatch? Logbook.
It's a ring-bound book.
Now that we have all the clues, we can go back to talk to our good friend Cynthia again.
Ooh,
What's up, Cynthia?
So, how'd you end up as new captain?
it's just the way it's meant to be. It's all above board, okay?
I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't actually say anything.
Cynthia, what were you before you became captain? Do you have any credentials?
15 years experience as a nautical engineer and shipyard mechanic. Family business.
You don't look much older than 15 now.
I'm 18! Ugh!
How does an 18-year-old end up on a submarine?
I came by rowing boat.
That's not really what I meant.
Wait, the rowing boat we saw up on the foredeck. That's yours?
Correct.
You should know. It's in bad shape, and it's missing an oar.
Ugh,
That's
I'll
how
add
she
to the
came, with one
list.
oar. This is like a
So how come you
Viking
wanted to hire
chick.
Grimoire?
Because there's a murderer in our ranks, and they must be rooted out.
So what do you want us to do exactly?
1. You will investigate and ascertain the identity of the killer. 2. You will return here and report your findings to me. 3. You go home.
3, you pay us. 4, we go home.
3, she pays us. 4, we go get ice cream. 5, we go home.
Deal.
Wait, I didn't...
Meeting adjourned.
Why did you want to come to the submarine in the first place? To become captain?
I sought an audience with Magnus Mortuga. I had things I wished to discuss with him.
Like what?
Matters of great importance. Affairs of great significance. Dealings of great...
She's not gonna tell us.
Not yet. We'll get there.
How long have you been here, Cynthia?
I arrived a few weeks before Mr. Worman and Mr. Jansen.
I'm assuming you don't live here in the control room. Where do you sleep?
Oh, well, Mortuga put me in the bunk room at the bow end of the ship. I share a room with Sim.
If you arrived before Dirk and Worman, the other bunk room would have still been empty. But Mortuga made you share.
Yeah, I think he wanted to keep that other bunk room vacant.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not complaining. I really like sharing with Sim. She's great.
So, what are you gonna do with the submarine now that you're captain?
My first order of business, hiring you two. We really can't do anything else until this gets cleared up, you know?
Sure, I get that. What about afterwards?
We'll sail the 7 seas and have adventures. You know, that kind of stuff.
The voice acting is pretty good, but they do sure talk a lot.
I woke up when the submarine made an unscheduled maneuver. Everyone should have been asleep, but suddenly we were surfacing.
How could you tell?
When the submarine surfaces, the bow tilts up and the stern tilts down, and diving's the opposite. My bunk room's in the bow, and I could feel it tilting up.
The bow is the front.
I knew that.
I wondered if someone
He
other
did
than
not know
Mortuga
that.
might be at the wheel. I was gonna go check, but then I noticed Sim was wide awake, looking upset. When I asked, she told me something had gone wrong with the new magic act she'd set up. I told her she could always take it down, rework it, and then try it again later. She seemed to agree with that, so I left her and went up to the control room. The control room was empty, but I could see we had actually surfaced, so I went up into the foredeck to check. There wasn't anybody out there either. I had this weird feeling and really didn't want to go back to bed, so I went back to the control room. I took a closer look at the control panel to see if I could work out why we might have surfaced. Suddenly, the readings all started to go haywire. The ship's compass, the needle, it was, malfunctioning. So I pulled it out of its socket. Yeah, I figured it would need to be taken for repairs. So I left the control room but bumped into Dr. Zephyr in the parlor. He was carrying a little empty bottle made of green glass. I don't know why. I didn't ask. I went down the 2 ladders and towards the engine room, since I wanted Mr. Grip to take a look at the ship's compass. But then Madame Tadpole appeared and called out to me. She wanted me to bring Grip and everyone else and meet her outside the storage room upstairs. I went into the engine room and gave Mr. Grip the compass. I told him the needle would need replacing.
Did he agree to fix it for you?
Yeah, of course. He even said he had a bunch of replacement needles he could try out. Anyway, then we went to the cargo hold to fetch Mariana Moon, and the 3 of us went up to the storeroom like Tadpole had asked. We went down the corridor. The others were gathered outside the little room at the end. I looked through the crowd and saw Captain Mortuga laying on his back, dead. Everyone was trying to work out what had happened. Someone mentioned that Sim was the last person who'd seen Mortuga alive. I didn't like where the conversation was heading, so I took Sim and left. And yeah, that's about it.
You went straight back to your room?
No, I went back up to the control room first.
For what reason?
I was wondering if Mortuga had left any instructions or any paperwork. I wanted to read the captain's log too.
Something tells me that's not the whole story.
That's the whole statement, I swear. If you have any other specific questions, I'll, field them separately.
Okay, let's ask her about some suspects.
When did you first meet Mortuga?
When he let me into the submarine.
Oh, it's just, you're both from Silkworm. I thought maybe you'd have run into him before that.
My parents did. I know that much.
Remind me.
The harbor master and the shipyard mechanic.
Ah, that tracks.
So Mortuga lived an active life back then. He wasn't like, recluse?
I don't think he's ever been outgoing, but from what I gather, he was very loyal to the few friends he did have. In fact, I'm pretty sure he was trying to reconnect with someone he once knew from the town.
Who was it? Did he say?
No, I never found out.
You said you're 18? Where are your parents?
My stepfather's still in Silkworm. He's too stubborn to leave, even though the town's pretty much dead.
Whereabouts?
The shipyard beneath the lighthouse. That's where I live, too.
Sounds like it might have been an interesting place to grow up.
It used to be. Nowadays, it's basically just a big pile of rust.
What about your mother? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, Cynthia, why did you want to become captain of a submarine?
Not a submarine. This submarine. Like I said, it's just the way it's meant to be. Sim's my best friend.
Well, that's nice.
She's really cool and weird, and she knows all kinds of stuff about illusions and magic and curses and psychics and haunted dolls.
What a ringing endorsement.
Curses?
Oh yeah, Sim's obsessed. She's convinced that she's cursed. Or even that she is a curse. That's why she wears that locket.
I don't know. This sounds like kind of an unhealthy predisposition.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm actually pretty worried about her. Especially since, you know.
No?
So it's looking like Sim was the last person to see Mortuga alive. They were both in that storeroom the evening he died. The Illusion Theater.
Okay, and finally the clues. To gain the Tangle Tower achievement, all you have to do is talk to Cynthia about the case file.
Aha! I see you found my case file.
Sure did.
How come you knew about Grimoire?
Oh, I read all about the Tangle Tower case in a newspaper.
I didn't know that got any press. Someone must have sold their story.
I gotta ask, did Fiona end up leaving the tower? Or is she still there?
Fifi? Yeah, she and Poppy moved out.
Oh, good for them!
They got a real nice place out in the countryside.
That's so nice. I'm jealous!
What an Easter egg.
Oh, you found the captain's log.
Sure did.
How does it work?
So, at the end of every day, you're supposed to print out one of these little cards with readings from the submarine's movements in the last 24 hours. Then, the captain signs it and writes about anything noteworthy that happened.
So the card on the top, that's from the day Mortuga died?
Yeah, I figured we should have a record of it.
You took over as captain that same night?
What of it?
Nothing, just asking.
There it is, in black and white. Signed by me, signed by Mortuga.
Yeah, I can see.
Where'd it come from?
Mortuga wrote it. I think he used a typewriter.
And what? He presented it to you? When?
Well, no, because he died. So. But we've both signed it, so yep, it's binding. Any further questions?
Yeah, how did you—
No? Great, let's move on.
So, I noticed you're the captain, but you're not wearing the captain's jacket.
I have my own jacket. This one stays behind glass. It's just the way it's meant to be.
Okay, so what about your jacket?
It's based on the one Mortuga had. See? The epaulets are kind of the same.
Oh, I've been wanting to ask someone about this. How come Mortuga's jacket is like half a jacket?
Apparently he didn't want to wear anything on his right shoulder. Some kind of pain from an old injury, I think.
Showing off his tattoo.
How come there's two different wheels?
The big wooden ones for steering left and right. The smaller ones for diving and surfacing.
Speaking of, what does the S stand for?
Seafoam.
Yeah, figured.
Captain Seafoam.
Do you know what this is?
I don't know. Does it belong to Madame Tadpole?
Oh?
Seems like the kind of thing she might have fished out of the sea.
In the case file, you said the cauldron had never been unlocked before.
And nobody knew how to unlock it, except, presumably, Mortuga himself.
So you think it got opened in the course of the murder?
I see 3 possibilities. 1, the cauldron was opened before the murder. 2, someone opened the cauldron after the murder.
Someone other than Mortuga.
Naturally. And 3, the cauldron was opened during the murder.
Like the murder happening and the cauldron opening are one and the same?
Maybe.
That's what we said on the first.
I'm considering having this taken down. I'm captain, so I'm allowed to do stuff like that.
Why would you want to take it down?
It's just unnerving. It's making some of the crew uncomfortable.
Some of the crew?
There he is, Mortuga's little mascot.
What does he do?
Well, you know, bit of this, bit of that. A big green light shines out of his eyes sometimes.
Yeah, we saw it. It lured us onto the submarine.
That's the idea.
How does it work? Do you activate it from in here?
Nope, it just kind of happens.
Wooden buoy is confirmed to be magical.
Okay, that's all we're gonna ask her. We can now return to
I
Sim
wonder if Sim would let us take a closer look at that locket of hers.
for that very locket.
Can't hurt to ask.
It's also achievement, a witch of some infamy. Open the golden locket.
Right, I almost forgot. We should be able to get into Sim and Cynthia's bunk room now.
Let's open the locket first.
Sim, could we take a closer look at your locket?
I suppose so. Please be careful.
You really think we should open it?
Yes, we need the achievement.
It's up to you.
Wow, we should have kept it closed. That's kind of freaky. Once we've done that, as the message said, we can now go to the bunk room, which is in the middle row all the way to the left. Few clues we have to look at, starting with the movie magazine.
It's a magazine.
Hey, this is pretty recent.
Family photo.
A framed photo. It's been hung from the pipe, so you can see it from the bed.
By reading through the movie magazine, we also achieved the break time achievement. And last thing we have to look up at inside here is the piggy bank.
It's a pig.
A bank.
It's a safe.
And
In
by
the shape of a pig.
investigating the family photo, we also unlocked the Silver Snake Sleuth achievement, which required us to examine the town square statue, the mess hall statue, the newspaper page, and the family photo. So when we look at the piggy bank, we're going to need to complete a puzzle once again. To figure out the correct arrangement, press the button to rotate the pig around to the back. You'll see a numbered panel. The numbers in white are changed by adjusting the face features on the front of the pig. We need to make the white numbers add up to the red numbers in each column and row. So we need 8, 6, yeah, you get the picture. And I think that should do it.
That's the one.
Not too bad.
Good job.
What's inside?
The underwater photo.
What is it?
I don't know.
Okay, now we need to go back
Well,
to...
I guess we can start by asking Sim and Cynthia about it.
Okay, Gurmo gave what I wanted to say away. Let's start with Cynthia. We now need to ask her about the family photo that we found in their bunk
That's your
room.
mom?
Yeah, she was the harbor master.
That's a pretty fancy jacket for a harbor master. Looks more like a naval officer.
Yeah, well, she had a lot of big ideas. She was super ambitious, always making plans. My dad could barely keep up.
That's your dad on the right?
Yeah, stepdad, but yeah.
Are you too close?
Not really. We kind of drifted apart after a while.
We also want to know about the underwater photo.
I locked it in the safe. I didn't think
What is it?
the night of the murder, when I was in the control room by myself. It was right around the time the ship's compass was freaking out.
You used the underwater imaging system?
I don't know why. I couldn't resist. But then this came out. I wish I hadn't done it. I put it in the safe so I wouldn't have to think about it.
I can understand that.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta compartmentalize. One thing at a time, you know?
That's true.
And we also need to know about the golden lockets.
Sim let you see her locket?
Do
Yep.
you know what's inside? Did she ever show you?
Freaky picture.
No, and I didn't ask. She's allowed to have secrets. Wait, you didn't open it, did you?
Nah.
Yeah.
Was it okay? There wasn't anything bad in there?
It's fine.
Okay, fine. Good.
And that's enough of her. Let's go to Sim. To find out more. What is her thoughts on the underwater photo?
There she is.
Who?
I don't know. I've never seen her with my eyes. I've only ever heard her voice.
When?
At night, when half asleep.
Half asleep or asleep?
What did she say?
I wish I knew. Oh, how I wish I knew.
If you've never seen her, how'd you recognize her from the photo?
I cannot say. May I ask where you found it?
Actually, it was in your bedroom.
Oh, this is what Cynthia was hiding under her mattress?
No, we found it in a safe.
Oh,
But now I feel like we should check on Cynthia's mattress.
We might find something we do not want to find under a girl's mattress.
fair Cynthia, oh truest friend, my steadfast fealty's won.
You're both from Silkworm, and you're the same age. Do you know her from before?
Though kindred bred neath sullen skies, now we met out with this sunken silver shell.
You really never ran into each other in the town?
She is bloomed from deepest silken soil, whilst I, mere wandering weed by a wild wind blown.
Ah, of course.
You make a friend, and then she ends up as the new captain. Must have been, you know, a nice, unexpected bonus.
'Twas no sudden thing, full well she plotted thus her course of fate, to helm this vessel next by rightful claim, for she in law and title holds its name.
Is that so?
Cynthia Seafoam, number 6, the Leaden Crown.
We'll say she's heavy
A
burden.
heavy burden?
She talks a lot. Okay, now we can go
Guess we
back
should go
to
look under
the...
Cynthia's mattress.
What that lady said. I believe we'll find the deeds.
I hate to pry, but
Indeed, we've been looking for this. As for our cargo, the bell and the bio are in my room, and I've returned the mermaid's tongue to its resting place. Please try not to dwell on it. Magnus, I have to leave Silkworm. Tonight I'm giving you the inn. It is in your name now. Hopefully I'll see you again. Felicia. Nice background music playing. Will make you fall asleep quite quickly. Now we can continue to the rest of the rooms, and first we need to go to the dream chamber. But I need to figure out which one is the dream chamber first. This is the bunk room. We do not want to be here. Dream Chamber. In the Dream Chamber, you want to collect the following clues before speaking to this dude. I think he's called Zephyr.
That guy is staring at us.
He sure is.
I think we'd better talk to him before we touch any of his stuff.
Fine.
But there's still some stuff I want to touch, like the fog ball.
That guy is staring at us.
He sure is.
I think we'd better talk to him before we touch any of his stuff.
And then also the dream helmets. Even though you're getting these
He
warnings.
sure is.
I think we'd
Fine.
There's also a shelf of potions you want to look at.
That guy is
He
staring.
sure is. Fine.
Okay, let's talk to the dude and get it over
hello?
with.
Sir?
What up?
Two strangers, emissaries from the world above.
Yeah, hi. I'm Detective Grimoire, and this is Sally.
State your business, and speak only the truth.
Well, we're here on the request of the captain.
Impossible. The captain is dead. Unless you received a missive from beyond the veil. I should have foreseen this, but now that I'm faced with it, it seems inevitable.
No, sorry, she meant the new captain. Captain Sifo.
Cynthia.
She's asked us to investigate the murder of Magnus Mortuga. We have to talk to all the suspects.
Speaking of, can I ask your name?
Zacharias Zephyr, the Dream Doctor.
A dream doctor? I don't think I've met one of those before.
That is correct. You have not. I alone hold the title.
Because you made it up?
That is correct.
Oh, poor guy.
So, Dr. Zephyr, what does a dream doctor do exactly?
He studies the parapsychological qualities of dreams.
Parapsychological?
Yeah, that's like psychics and telepathy and stuff, isn't it? How does that relate to dreams?
Dreams are transmissions comprised of spirit energy from another dimension.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's common knowledge.
What kind of other dimension?
Spirit energy originates in the spirit realm, of course.
Like the afterlife?
That is but one of many names.
So, have you made any kind of discoveries or breakthroughs?
Nothing I can meaningfully explain to you in your current state.
What about all this stuff in here? What does it all do?
Specialist instruments, most of them too complex or too subtle for you to comprehend.
I don't know. It mostly looks like a bunch of old junk.
It is an unrivaled collection of rare artifacts.
All right. What's the rarest thing you've got?
My rarest items are not for the viewing public.
Okay, now I have to see what they are.
The pull of the unknown. I realized I should have lied and showed you something of middling rarity to throw you off the scent.
Lesson learned, huh?
Oh, that chick is kinda, what do you call it? Arrogant.
How come there's a room like this in the submarine anyway?
When I arrived, it was but a simple infirmary. After I set up my equipment, we renamed it the Dream Chamber.
And how long have you been here?
I was the first person to be invited on board. I joined Magnus here shortly before the submarine's maiden voyage.
So, presumably, you know why Mortuga became a submarine captain?
Why?
Yeah, like, where was he going? What was he doing?
He simply told me he'd acquired a submarine and would be living in it for an undisclosed amount of time.
That's all he told you? Yet surely there was more to it.
I don't doubt it. He was a man of secrets, every bit as much as I.
So when you started off, it was just the two of you. But now it's, what, 8 people?
We were 9 souls, now 8. I'm not counting either of you.
Yeah, I figured.
Why did Mortuga want so many people on the submarine?
Only a few of them were invited on board by Magnus like I was. The others crossed paths with him merely by the winds of fortune.
Too many chiefs, too little Indians, if you ask me.
Dream before waking. A single phase. Non-lucid. Focus is soft but heavy. All is dark. The endless void. A low voice speaking a forbidden language. Emerging from the beshroudal of the night black sea. A face. Larger than I had known a face could be. I wake. The room is bathed in green light.
A green light? Like from the wooden boy?
Not dissimilar, but 1,000 times more potent. I leave my chambers, heading for the airlock in which I have some business. I meet Cynthia in the parlor as she emerges from the control room. I notice she is clutching the ship's compass. She also appears visibly upset. Like me, Cynthia's on her way to the lowest deck. She departs and I follow behind. I wait as Cynthia converses with Madame Tadpole at the base of the second ladder. Madame Tadpole ascends the ladder. She is moving with haste and purpose. She requests that I go immediately to the storeroom at the end of the corridor.
Did you go?
As soon as I concluded my business.
Which was?
Nothing of great import, merely something I needed to collect from the airlock.
So you went to the airlock, and then you went to the storeroom?
I did, right after I stopped off at my chambers. You understand, I first needed to return certain items to their designated storage locations, after which I truly did do as Madame Tadpole had requested. I did ultimately regret my dallying. As it transpired, she had wished to inform me of Magnus Mortuga's death, and there his body lay, in the shadow of his stone cauldron, his blood pooling beneath him. A potent unease was already germinating amongst the group. Doubts were beginning to be sown, and fingers were beginning to point. Magnus Mortuga was a man of great will and great strength. It is hard, still, to accept that he has left us.
And also about the suspects. Should we ask him about himself?
Dr. Zephyr, I'm guessing you don't have an actual doctorate.
We should.
Correct. I walk not the path of formal academic recognition, not for lack of trying, you understand. 8 separate institutions turned me away, asserting that my ideas were, quote, incompatible with our modern world. They forget, of course, that the modern world is a fleeting and ever-changing thing. Indeed, all of history's greatest scientists battled with such short-sighted stubbornness.
So, you want to be one of history's greatest scientists and fundamentally change how we view the world?
Is that so much to ask?
I mean, yeah, it might be.
So then how did you end up studying dreams?
It was the result of acquiring a particular specimen. It opened up new ways to study the subconscious mind.
A specimen? Like what? An animal?
Yeah, I'm picturing like a lizard floating in a jar of formaldehyde.
Something like that.
So, what are you working on now? Here in your dream chamber?
I'm studying subconscious spirit transmissions, analyzing their meaning, their intention.
Do you need to be in a submarine to do that?
Of course not. However, positioning myself here affords me other opportunities.
Like what?
The possibility of studying the most important specimen of all. If her transmission could be analyzed, interpreted, it would be an unparalleled discovery.
Her?
She is all that stirs in the minds of men that they shall never know. A being known only as the Mermaid.
A person?
I've told you all I know.
Then apparently you don't know much at all.
Correct.
Wow, we thought Symmetry was a big talker. This guy doesn't stop at all.
How did you meet Mortuga?
It was on my first visit to Silkworm many years ago. I was merely passing through, so I stayed at the inn where Magnus was working at the time.
So Mortuga was just an innkeeper at this point?
Not even. The innkeeper was a woman named Felicia Stonetop. Magnus merely worked under her charge. The two of them split their time between running the inn and running a small sailing ship.
Sounds like quite a nice life.
It is no mark against Cynthia's character. She is a sharp young woman and capable engineer. But I was wholly surprised to learn that she had become captain.
Did she never say she wanted to be captain?
On the contrary, I was aware she'd held such aspirations, initially. But I was under the impression that her campaign had ended in failure.
Meaning?
That Miss Seafoam had made her ambitions known to Magnus, but he had shut them down. I first learned about Symmetry from a newspaper article detailing her residency at the Fortuna Hall Theater. On the surface, it was merely a review of a magic show, but I felt something behind it, something of great interest. To me, it spoke of someone with a close connection to the ethereal plane. Taking an excursion from the submarine, I attended the performance. Afterward, I requested an audience with Miss Silkmoth herself. And speaking with her for a scant few minutes, I learned 2 things. First, and most importantly, my instincts had been correct. She was indeed fascinated with the great unanswered questions of metaphysicality. She held a yearning to understand that which could not ordinarily be understood. A woman after my own heart.
What was the other thing? You said you learned 2 things.
That she was thoroughly unhappy with her lot at Fortuna Hall. The theater owner was a heartless woman who, among other indiscretions, did not compensate Symmetry for her work. But she had no family, nor any other connections. She had nowhere else to go.
So you invited her to come live on the submarine?
To put it simply,
Did she bring all her props and stuff with her?
everything she could carry.
Why? Was she gonna keep working as an illusionist on the submarine?
No, Miss Silkmoth would be working with me here in the Dream Chamber.
I notice she's not here anymore.
Her tenure with me has come to an end. She has moved on to pastures anew.
Okay, and finally all of the clues. Starting with her painting.
I believe this to be a depiction of a being known as the Mermaid. However, I've nothing to compare it with, as it's the only depiction I know of.
It doesn't look much like a mermaid.
It doesn't look much like anything, really. Except for the fact it's got a face. At least, I think that's a face.
Stories alluding to such a being were the reason I traveled to Silkworm in the first place. However, I was disappointed to discover that nobody in town seemed to know what I was talking about. It seems to be a secret held by only a very select few.
The underwater photo.
The face from the ether. It must be.
What's that?
Tell me, where did you find this?
It was locked in a safe.
Was it now? Would you mind if I took it off your hands?
It's not ours to give.
No, of course. Before we left port on the submarine's maiden voyage, Magnus asked a favor of me. He wished for me to venture into the Stonetop Inn, collect this cauldron, and bring it on board.
Why couldn't he do it himself? He'd have been strong enough, surely.
I'm not sure exactly. I was already preparing to bring a large amount of heavy equipment on board. I suppose Magnus considered it logical to fold the cauldron into that set.
Was it shut and locked?
Shut, locked, and covered with the sailcloth. Magnus never told me what he kept inside it, if that's what you're asking.
So we found the broken vial at the murder, but I didn't see it here. Moon
Dr.
vial.
Zephyr, is this yours?
I don't immediately recognize it.
You sure? It really looks like something that had belonged to you.
Of course, I do concede that I have many similar bottles here in my dream chamber, so it's wholly possible that it originated in my collection.
Nice answer. Totally non-committal.
The wooden boy. Notice how I've said it correctly this time?
How long has this been chained to the foredeck? Do you know?
Since the conception of the submarine, as far as I know. The conception of its current incarnation, I should say. The wider history of the vessel reaches back a good deal further, of course.
You also want to know about the newspaper page?
This is where I first learned about Miss Silkmoth and her residence at the Fortuna Hall Theater.
This was after you'd started living in the submarine.
Correct.
So Mortuga had the newspaper on board with him.
Only this solitary page.
The glass eyeball.
That belonged to Magnus Mortuga, but I suppose it should pass along to Cynthia.
Cynthia doesn't get all of Mortuga's stuff just because she took over as captain, surely?
Of course not. However, I imagine at some point Cynthia may wish to unlock the captain's cabin.
She'd need a glass eyeball to do that?
Naturally. While it holds the pretense of being an eyeball, in truth, it is a key.
There's one thing we have to ask him still. The captain's log, caretaker's journal. We do not have it. Ah, that's a clue. I didn't want to ask the guy about
Now,
clues.
this is a talisman, surely.
On the surface, it appears so. However, in this instance, I think the concept has been inverted.
A reverse talisman.
Let's see if we can explore his stuff now.
It's a weird glass bottle.
It is the hex bottle.
Hex bottle.
Yeah, I knew that.
We also want to look at the fog. Fog ball.
It's a weird crystal orb,
It is the fog ball.
if you say so.
If you say so. A strange glass ball found in the dream chamber. Something is swirling inside of it.
And it's a weird metal helmet.
It is the dream helmet.
Of course it is.
Also
Some
to
small
finish a
glass
puzzle.
bottles.
Poison?
Might just be perfume.
I'll meet you in the middle at poisoned perfume.
To complete this puzzle, we need to move the lids of the vials so they fit the description above. You can click on the vials to open them up and see how they drip, if they release vapor, and their consistency. From left to right, this is how we solve this puzzle.
There we go.
Nice.
And now for achievement. Who's the achievement? Do we have to examine the dark hole in Dr. Zephyr's bookcase? And you have to complete the bottle puzzle first. Then look at the bookshelf above. Click on the gap in the books to earn the achievement.
Is anything going to happen?
The glass moved.
Let's take a closer look at that bookshelf.
I think I can see a face in there.
That's probably just pareidolia.
Who?
The human habit of seeing faces where there aren't... Okay, no, I just saw it too.
Oh crap.
This one's not really a book.
Looks more like a magazine.
It's the caretaker's journal. We've been looking for it. And he only writes about some weird crap. Okay, now we can ask the Zephyr again about the weird stuff he has. Like the dream
How
helmet
come the
first.
puzzles are blacked out?
It is a weighted sleeping mask.
To induce REM sleep?
Correct.
What's REM sleep?
That's the kind of sleep where you dream.
Aha. So what's the big funnel on top?
It is an energy filter.
So it filters the dreams as they come out of your head?
The opposite.
It filters the dreams on their way into your head?
Correct.
Oh yeah, dreams are transmissions from another dimension. I forgot.
But what's the point of filtering them? What does it do?
To study the transmission, it is first necessary to change the format of the energy signature.
Oh, like when you change a WAV to an MP3.
This is a syntax with which I am not familiar.
Fogball.
Where do you get this from?
It is on loan from Miss Silkmoth.
So it's for some kind of magic trick.
I thought it was a crystal ball, like a fortune teller would use.
Indeed, it is a divining orb of a sort. However, I am not using it to see into the future, for such a pursuit is not but folly and nonsense.
Right. But I'm sure whatever you're using it for is totally rational and sensible.
Do not question the orb.
I'm always telling him that.
And finally, the caretaker's journal.
What is
Not
this
finally,
anyway?
we still have to ask
It
him.
is what it says it is, a quarterly journal of listings and inquiries.
I noticed the prices are listed as ounces, and that's gold, I'm pretty sure.
These numbers are merely a way to ascribe a universal value. Most transactions take the form of a trade, exchanging items of equivalent worth.
Oh wait, so are these things that people have and they want to sell? Or is it stuff people want to buy?
Both.
What about that last one? The mermaid's tongue.
Likely the most contentious item ever to be listed in the journal. Desperately coveted by those who believe, and disdained by those who don't.
Those who believe what?
That such a thing could even exist.
Lastly, now the hex bottle.
Okay, I'll bite. What's a hex bottle?
It is a glass container with a hex inside.
A hex like a magic spell?
I've been forthcoming thus far. Unusually so for a man of my nature. However, certain things I shall be keeping to myself, especially if it has no bearing on your investigation.
What if we can prove it's got something to do with the murder or the crime scene?
Ah, well then you'd have forced my hand, wouldn't you?
And that's about all we want to know from this dude. We can now go back to the other bunk room we went to accidentally. I think this is Dirk and Werman's bunk room. In this bunk room you'll want to look at the following clues. First one will be the action figure.
It's some kind of doll.
Sally, no. It's a collectible action figure.
Same thing.
Hex of the Helmsman, Marcus Mudrum. So it has a whole story for you to read if you're into that kind of stuff. What else? There's a tuxedo with the phone in the pocket. When you look at the cell phone in the tuxedo pocket, you'll need to complete a puzzle to unlock it. In this puzzle, you'll need to place the pieces of the shapes into the empty boxes so they complete the combined shapes in each row and column, similar to a crossword puzzle, but with shapes.
It's a cell phone. It's locked.
What do you mean it's locked? How can a phone be locked?
Serious? Okay, so if you want to complete this puzzle, it goes a little something like... to complete the umbrella. Then we need one more block. And I think this should do it.
That's the one.
Good job.
There we will get the Prying Eyes achievement. Look through everything on Dirk's cell phone.
It's unlocked.
So now we can look at it?
Oh, serious? We want to look at the cell phone. Just for the achievement. After that, we can talk to Dirk on the top bunk.
What's up? How's it going?
It's going good.
But we don't know his
think.
Dirk yet.
Awesome. Yeah.
We're about to
I'm
find
Dirk,
out.
By the way. Who are you guys?
I'm Grimoire, and this is Sally.
Oh, cool. Cool. So you're the detectives?
Yeah, we're here to investigate the murder of Magnus Mortuga.
Oh, yeah, it's a major bummer, honestly. He was a pretty stand-up guy. I mean, you know, sure, kind of an oddball, but like in a good way, you know?
Everyone
I mean,
here is
he
an
was-
oddball.
he was di-
Dirk, you didn't tell us your surname.
Oh, right. Sorry. Dirk Dansom, actor. So, yeah, anyway, hi, and what can I do for you folks?
He's adorable.
Well, let's
Can you
ask
keep
him the normal
No,
stuff.
you'd forget to feed him.
I would, yeah.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
So, Dirk, you're an actor. What kind?
Oh, well, so for ages, I just did commercials. And
The
then
bad
about
kind.
a year ago, I finally got cast in a movie.
Nice. Anything I've seen?
Well, it's called Hex of the Helmsman. I play the helmsman.
Marcus Mordoom?
Oh, you've seen it?
No, but I read the book.
Oh, man, the book is gnarly. I mean, I'm not usually one for reading, but I actually finished it. Yeah, the whole thing.
Congrats.
The author's a stand-up dude, too.
J.D. Warman. You know him?
Well, yeah, he's sitting right over there. You should go talk to him. Super friendly, loves meeting new people.
I bet.
Was your movie a success, Dirk?
Yeah, man, it's making megabucks.
Are you going to make a sequel?
Well, they want to move on that ASAP, but, we're not ready to start filming yet.
And what? You're taking your vacation on a submarine while you wait?
No, I'm just tagging along here with Werman. Yeah, he wanted to take a trip out here, and I figured, the more the merrier.
What do you make of the Mortuga submarine?
Man, this place is wild. It's like something out of a weird old book. Nobody back home is gonna believe any of it.
How do you like living here?
Honestly, mixed bag. So I love meeting all the weirdos that ended up down here. All kinds of people I'd normally never rub shoulders with, But man, is it dark. I mean, there's no sun, no day, no night. You barely even feel the time passing. Listen, if you're not careful, it'll get you. No, for real.
You seem to be holding out.
Ha, well, thanks. So far so good.
How long has it been?
Werman and I arrived a couple of weeks ago. We're the most recent arrivals, aside from Mariana.
It's lucky they still had this room free. You ended up with pretty nice living quarters.
I guess. I never really thought about it.
Dirk, you're basically just a passenger, am I right? You don't have a job here on the submarine?
Well, I set myself personal goals.
Like what?
Like, I was trying to find out everyone's birthday. I got Cynthia's, Grip's, Tadpole's. Oh man, that one took some doing. Yeah, she does not like to share personal info, let me tell you. Mortuga, though? Brick wall. He would not give me the goods.
And now time for his long story.
I got woken up when the submarine did a weird kind of movement, like a sudden tilt. It woke Werman up too. So yeah, we were both sitting there, awake, not sure what's going on. At some point, I got curious what time it was, so I looked at my watch. But as I was looking at it, it freaked out. Oh, the hands moving all over, and like they were trying to point in all directions at once, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I didn't have any more time to think about it since then we heard this scream. Yeah, Werman and I left our room, went through the mess hall and towards the storeroom at the end. It was unlocked. Sim was standing in the doorway. Mortuga was on the floor, totally dead. I tried to help Sim, pull her away. Werman, though, he just stood there, staring. Like, didn't look away once. It was like he was trying to commit it to memory or something. Although, I don't think he noticed the person outside.
Sorry, what?
Outside the submarine. Yeah, I saw someone swim down past the window. I couldn't tell who it was, though.
Okay. What did you do next?
A
I
mermaid.
wasn't sure what to do, to be honest. Luckily, Tadpole showed up a short while later, and she kind of took charge. Grip and Cynthia showed up next, then Mariana, then Zephyr. Tadpole wanted to know what had happened, but nobody had any answers for her. It was bad vibes all around. Sim and Cynthia left first, then Werman, then me and Mariana. We left around the same time. So, yeah, I went back to my room. Werman was there already. He'd gone straight back to work. And, that's all I got. Can I stop talking now?
Please do. But continue here. Tell us about Dr. Zephyr.
Dr. Z? Oh, man, love this guy. Hey, did he show you his curiosity collection?
I don't think so.
Dude has some seriously rad stuff in there. Plus, it's all real,
Worth a lot of money, you think?
Oh, totally. The guy's sitting on a gold mine. There was this one thing. It was behind glass, like this spooky mask kind of thing. I wish I could remember what it was called. Anyway, Dr. Z said it was priceless. So, obviously, I asked what that meant, and get this. It means it's worth a lot of money.
Techman isn't one of the most cleverest guys, not one of the sharpest tools in the shed, like I sound right about now.
Listen, I heard the dude died because of a curse. Is that true?
No, there's no evidence of a curse.
Oh, still.
Did you get to know Mortuga before he died?
Man, I tried. Dude was not much for conversation. I tried explaining how I'm an actor playing a character that's kind of similar to him. Figured he'd be stoked.
Let me guess. He was not, in fact, stoked.
Actually, I tell a lie. There was one thing Mortuga wanted to talk to me about.
Oh, yeah?
He was super curious about contracts.
Like the legal documents.
Yeah, he wanted to know how they work. Like, how they can be used to make people do stuff or not do stuff.
Weird.
Dirk Dansom, 6'2", blonde, athletic, passionate, adaptable, amenable.
Okay, you're hired. Please stop.
And how long have you been an actor?
Oh man, I've been trying to break into it for like forever, but I was getting nowhere until Mr. Vanderpeer said he wanted to hire an unknown for his new project, Hex of the Helmsman. It's kind of a fantasy horror adventure. I play mysterious anti-hero Marcus Mordoon. He's pretty much the main guy.
So, you went from getting no work to getting the lead in a big movie.
Crazy, right?
So you're rich and famous now?
Well, I mean, yeah, right? I mean, hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? I heard Cynthia's captain now just because of some contract she signed.
What's the problem?
You can't always trust a contract. No, and I doubt she had it reviewed by an independent third party.
I mean, she seems to want to be captain. I don't think she's being forced into it.
No, it's not always as simple as all that. I mean, Cynthia's still so young. Who's looking out for her best interests?
She's an adult, isn't she?
She's only 18. She should be, I don't know, outside in the sun, picking berries, having picnics, that kind of stuff.
What an idyllic little picture you've painted for us there, Dirk.
I'm serious.
And that leaves us with...
What do you know about Sim?
Well, she left the theater she used to work at to come onto the submarine, you know? Then for a while, she worked with Dr. Zephyr in his lab.
But not anymore.
Nope, she's working on something by herself now, in that room that looks like an old-timey kid's bedroom.
Do you know what it is she's working on?
Not exactly, but get this. One time I looked into that room, and there were 2 of them.
What?
2 Symmetry silk moths.
Makes sense with her name. You do not need to ask him about all the clues. The ones you do need to ask about is the cell phone.
This is yours, Dirk?
We literally found it in the pocket of your tuxedo.
How'd you know for sure it's my tuxedo?
Dirk, show me one other living soul on the submarine that could even conceivably own a tuxedo.
The action figure.
I am officially living the dream. How many people can say they're an action figure?
I'll admit it. I'm jealous.
You carry this thing around everywhere you go, Dirk.
Of course, but I'm super duper careful to keep it in mint condition.
Mint condition? I really wouldn't say.
Yeah, you know, they told me if I leave it in the box, it'll be worth way more in the future.
Do you have the whole set? Looks like there are 2 other figures in the series.
Oh no, they only gave me this one. My co-star Julie has the other 2.
We need to ask him about the mermaid photo.
I don't know what that is. It's making me nervous though. Can we talk about something else?
The sun tablets.
Oh, you found my tablets.
What are they?
Vitamin D, all 3 types.
That's the one you get from sunlight.
Yeah, I gotta take it while I'm down here, since I'm not getting natural light, you know?
How come you left them in the mess hall?
I figured the others might benefit from them. Not sure I had any takers, though.
Her painting.
Her. Deliberately vague title. Love it.
The movie magazine.
Looking good, Julie.
I assume this is yours, Dirk.
Yeah, I let the kids borrow it since there weren't a lot of other magazines on board.
I noticed on the back there's an advert for your movie.
Yep, that's me on the left, all dolled up as Marcus Mordoon, the titular helmsman.
Right, you're the title character, but there's only one name at the top.
Oh, you noticed. Julie was already a big name, so, you know, she got her name on the poster.
Seems unfair.
Oh, well, I'm sure when they make the sequel, Dirk's name will be front and center.
Right.
Now, you're featured in the interview, though. Right at the end.
And they spelled your name wrong.
Are we
Samson.
done looking at the magazine?
Poor guy. We also need to ask him about the Hex of Helmsman movie.
Whoa. This is a first edition. Yeah, whose is this?
It's mine.
You gonna get Wormo to sign it?
No, I hadn't planned on it.
He'd do it if you asked. I bet he'd even do a little doodle on the inside cover.
Okay, maybe I do want that.
I assume you've read it, Dirk?
Of course, dude. First thing I did when I landed the part in the movie.
What did you think?
Loved it. I never thought about the sea so much in my whole life. It's almost like the ocean in the book. It represents something bigger, you know?
And finally, the Stone Cold Run.
Man, Mortuga really was an odd duck, wasn't he? I mean, who owns something like this? What's it even for?
It used to be locked, so I think he kept something inside it.
Oh, what? And it got stolen? The thing? Whatever it was?
Maybe, yeah.
Whoa, I wonder where it is now.
Hard to say, since we don't know what we're looking for. But somewhere on the submarine, I guess.
Not necessarily. Someone could have thrown it into the ocean.
Oh, great.
Okay, so now we can talk to women.
Sir, if you have a minute, I'm Detective Grimoire, and this is Sal—
Two detectives, one short, one tall. Tried and true.
Hey, I'm really not that much shorter than
But which of you is the funny one?
I'd say it goes back and forth.
You still haven't told us who you are.
The name's Werman. J.D. Werman.
He's an author.
Author, journalist, let's see, what else? Famous, successful, some kind of genius, even. Oh, sure, that's why I got myself trapped in the murder submarine.
I know who you are, Mr. Werman. I've read your book.
Oh, joy, your fans. Of all the places.
I never said I liked the book. Maybe I hated it.
There's no way you hated it. The arcs are too tight. Each chapter leads to the next, beginning, middle, end, and bang, not a line wasted.
Damn, he's right.
So, Mr. Werman, you're a famous author.
That's what they tell me.
How did you end up on the submarine?
I came of my own volition.
Why?
I wanted somewhere quiet to work on my next novel. Minimal distractions. Not saying it's worked, but...
You're writing a sequel?
Trying to. Trying to.
Hang on. A sequel to what?
Grimoire, are you not paying attention?
J.D. Werman's first novel.
Ah, there she is. Benefactor and burden both.
Sally, how did you know to bring the book with you?
Because Mr. Werman's local to the area. It says so right here. Hailing from a small fishing town named Silkworm on Sea, J.D. Werman moved to the big city to write his first novel.
My publisher wrote that. It's quite true, but she made it sound so saccharine.
So you're from the town, moved away, and then you came back.
Now, see, you've gone too far in the other direction. That's too utilitarian.
I get going back to your hometown for peace and quiet, but then to end up on the submarine?
How did you even find out about it? Did you already know Mortuga?
Oh, I knew of him. He's a figure of some infamy, submarine included. In fact, it was good to finally put a face to the name after all those years.
So, how'd you like living on the Mortuga submarine?
I will say, as a writer, it's a boon to be aboard this thing. The whole place is dripping with human narrative, stories practically leaking out of the walls. It's also a lot noisier than I thought it'd be. I couldn't have guessed Mortuga would basically be running a bed and breakfast down here.
It was already busy when you arrived?
Mm-hmm. Before the arrival of Mariana Moon, Dirk and I were the last two to join the gang.
It's kind of surprising there was still a bunk room free at that point.
Well, I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
What's it like sharing a room with Dirk?
Oh, we get on like a house on fire, 2 peas in a pod, that's us.
And what about everyone else?
It's a fascinating little microcosm, utterly discordant and yet somehow harmonious. At least that's how it felt before the captain was murdered.
And finally, his account of what happened that night.
Night rolls around and I can't sleep, as usual. I say night, I'm referring to the indistinctive block of time we on the submarine have agreed to collectively refer to as night. Anyway, I'm wide awake, so I stay up to get some writing done. I don't want to deprive Dirk of his beauty sleep, so I took my typewriter out into the mess hall.
Was anyone else in there?
Godric came up a few minutes later, brought some kind of busy work with him. So there we were, whiling away until I look up and see this woman, Mariana Moon, apparently. Good name. Probably fake, but good. She got straight to work trying to extract my entire life story, but then Mortuga shows up and we all go quiet. The guy looked miserable, and he passed straight through the room like a ghost. But before he leaves, he asks us to show Mariana around the submarine. I really didn't have the energy, so I made an excuse and left. I slept for barely an hour before a big jerk wakes me up. I'm not talking about Dirk. I mean, the submarine, it moved, tilted. Anyway, I tried to get back to sleep, but no. Now there's a scream. Dirk and I follow the sound all the way down the corridor. Symmetry's frozen in place in the doorway at the end. And behind her, Mortuga, dead, laying in front of some ancient stone cauldron. The lid of the thing flung open, like something had just burst out of it. The whole scene was otherworldly, like a painting. Then Madame Tadpole arrived, with just about everyone else trailing behind her.
Tadpole brought everyone with her, so she already knew about the murder.
From what I gather, she discovered the body and then left to go get everybody else. And you know, I really didn't want to get in her way, so I returned to my room to await further instruction.
Did you go back to sleep?
No, I couldn't. I went back to work. Figured I'd be better off keeping busy, you know.
Wow. So who do you suspect? Who do you suspect so far? Suspect.
I see you met Dirk.
How do you know him?
He's the actor they found to play the lead in the adaptation of my book.
Did you not get a say in that?
Oh no, that's several notches above my pay grade. It's all decided by the executives over at Wit and Whimsy. Sure, they keep me around as consultant, but I found that to be a pretty hollow title.
Do you think he's a good actor, at least?
Dirk? He was a good fit for the kind of film they ended up making. How's that?
So, how come you two traveled to the submarine together?
I traveled to the submarine. Dirk's just taken to following me around, for some reason.
Maybe he just wants to be your friend.
He's got plenty of friends back home. Sim tells me she's halfway through reading Helmsman.
Is she enjoying it?
No idea. She was just asking what research I'd done into hexes and curses, and was rather disappointed when I told her I just made it up.
I guess Sim's into that kind of stuff.
I thought she was supposed to be an illusionist.
Oh yeah, she was asking about that too.
What do you mean?
She wanted to know what I liked about her old magic show, the one she had in the theater.
You saw her old show?
Yeah, it was pretty good. And from what I gather, she's been developing a new act and wanted some feedback, you know, to get some direction. I know what it's like to make a follow-up to something people liked. It can be daunting.
Even if I needed feedback, I didn't think I would be asking that dude at all.
Cuts quite a figure, doesn't he? Like something from myth. He was real, of course. Flesh and blood.
I imagine you must have been curious to meet him.
As anyone would be.
Did you get to know him at all?
It's funny. Going in, I'd heard he was, you know, the strong and silent type. But I didn't find that to be the case.
So he was friendly with you?
In his own way. The day I first arrived, he invited me into his cabin, just to talk, apparently.
What did you talk about?
He asked me about my home life, my family, my father.
Not to be rude, but why would Mortuga care about any of that?
To this day, I'm not quite sure. I think maybe he was after some kind of information about the outside world, and thought I might be a good source.
So what made you want to become a writer?
That's all I've ever done. I was given a job writing for a newspaper when I was pretty young.
Given a job?
Yeah, friends in high places, you know.
Like who?
My father was the mayor.
Ah, that'll do it.
Did you enjoy writing for the newspaper?
Sometimes. Other times it was painfully dull. I've got a tendency to lean towards hyperbole, and the everyday goings-on in Silkworm weren't always enough to satiate me. For every rumor of a cursed man disappearing into the ocean, you'd have 10 elderly couple file complaint over garbage collection.
Rumor of a cursed man? Wait, you wrote an article about Mortuga?
Oh no, I quit before that. I left town and went off to the city to be an author.
And the result? Hex of the Helmsman.
50 national bestseller lists. As we speak, it's being translated into 5, 6, 7, 8 more languages.
Must be nice. Your first book, and it's a big hit.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I can see why you'd be writing a sequel.
I really don't have a choice, do I? This is how things go. If you get a success, you have to keep it going. I don't understand what his deal is, but I already have a headache, so I'm just not gonna worry about it.
What did he say he was? A dream doctor?
Great. Good for him.
He's researching spirit energy, I think.
Lovely. More power to him.
And he was the first person to join Mortuga's submarine, because they knew each other from before.
Wonderful. I don't... Wait, really? Zephyr's not from Silkworm, though, is he?
I don't think so.
Interesting. Well, thanks a lot. Now I have yet another thing to think about.
Have fun.
And finally, let's find out what he thinks about Cynthia.
Cynthia? Quite honestly, I give her about a week.
A week until what?
Until she cracks, packs it in. The pressure's already getting to her. I know the signs, believe me.
You think Cynthia's gonna quit being captain?
It's only a matter of time. And you know what? Good. She deserves her freedom. She's still young. No need to take on a burden like that. Nobody's even paying her, for goodness sake.
But then who'll be the captain of the submarine?
Nobody! Let it float loose like a piece of driftwood, that's what I say. It's not like we were going anywhere anyway, even when Mortuga was in charge.
Maybe Cynthia does want to take the submarine somewhere.
If she does, she's never mentioned it. Seemed to me that she wanted to be captain just to be captain, you know?
So the important clues to ask about would be the action figure.
I noticed on the back of the box it says, Series 2 coming soon. Look out for Hex of the Helmsman 2, only in theaters. Kinda presumptuous, isn't it? Considering you haven't even written the book yet.
Thank you. That's what I said. I raised a fuss about it at the time. My objections fell on deaf ears, as usual.
Why are they so keen to make a second movie, anyway?
What else? Money.
Also about the mermaid photo.
Look, buddy, I got enough going on, all right? I don't think I have the capacity to worry about this.
Her painting.
Have you ever seen this painting before? Before the submarine, I mean.
Yeah, it used to hang in the Stone Top Inn for a little while, at least.
Really? Seems like it would scare away all the customers.
Nah, old sailor types love stuff like this. It's a conversation piece, isn't it?
The movie magazine.
So, these are the two main characters in the movie?
The helmsman, Marcus Mordoom, and his captain, Belicia Bonetop.
Ostensibly, yes.
You're not happy with how they look? Compared to your book?
They made Marcus too handsome and too bulky. Sure, he'd have muscle, but at the same time, he's supposed to be wiry, fibrous, like an old piece of rope. Meanwhile, Belicia's supposed to be more ethereal, like she might evaporate if you try to reach out and touch her.
Oh, well, you can't have everything.
And for some reason, they gave them both necklaces when it's Belicia's necklace that the story hinges on. If your story hinges on a specific necklace, then make it the only necklace in the story. This is basic stuff, people!
The Hex of the Helmsman.
So, you've read it, Sally, but Grimoire hasn't?
Nope. What's it about?
I'd really rather not reduce it to a single sentence.
It's about a guy named Marcus Mordoom looking for something called the Devil of the Deep.
And does he find it?
I just think it'd be better if you took the time.
Yeah, kind of. It gets a little abstract towards the end.
So what, it's just Marcus Mordoom on a ship, and that's it?
We're talking about several themes carefully laid on top of each other.
It's also a love story. Marcus is in love with a woman named Belicia. She's his captain.
I don't see her on the cover.
Really, all the nuance is lost if we just...
No, she's there. Kinda. Like I said, it gets abstract.
I'll take your word for it.
If you'd like to read it, I have a spare copy you could.
Nah, that's okay. No time.
Kumar doesn't read, yo. Stone Cauldron, why can't I find you?
It's a strong image. The ancient cauldron opened for the very first time.
It can't be the very first time. Someone must have opened it before.
Semantics.
So, what do you think was inside?
Does it matter?
I'm pretty sure it does. It might explain how or why Mortuga died.
True. The murder weapon, maybe?
Like a knife?
Sure, why not? It would explain the scratches on the inside, after all.
I guess.
The newspaper page.
Now this is a throwback. I cut my teeth writing local interest stories like this.
You wrote this? The review of Sim's old magic show?
I did.
But it says Theater Review by James Dusk. Oh, wait.
And she finally works out what the JD stands for in JD Werman.
Sorry, your name is James Dusk? And you changed it?
And finally, the illusion poster.
Great pull quotes. That's some strong marketing for a small town theater.
Did you ever see the show?
Yeah, I did, as part of my old newspaper job.
Why is it called Lady of the Looking Glass?
The central trick was Symmetry talking to herself in a mirror, only sometimes the reflection didn't move with her.
How did she do it?
My guess is the mirror can switch between being reflective and being see-through glass. You know, looking through to a second Symmetry on the other side.
An identical twin, maybe?
Probably just a very good dummy.
And after that, we can go back to the room we went to by accident. The engine room. Lowest row, first one on the left. We have not been there, sorry. In the engine room, speaking to Grip in the basket, you want to look at the following clues first. The broken compass.
It's a
That's a
little
clock.
mirror.
It could do with a polish.
You could do with the polish.
A pinboard?
I assume it belongs to that woman over there.
Right. We'd better talk to her first.
It's a big traveler's backpack. It smells like soil and grass.
When you're done smelling it. There's something in the pouch I think we should take a look at.
We're at the wrong... wrong room. This is not where we do not want to be in the cargo hold. We want to be in the engine room. First one on the left, sorry. This is where we need to be. That's why I cannot find the freaking broken compass.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I think there's someone in that basket.
A selection of some of my more unusual compasses. Please peruse at your leisure.
Let's peruse. We need to place the compasses in the correct spots. That matches the descriptions. We can figure out which compass goes where by moving them around each other and seeing how the indicator reacts. But we're gonna go something like this.
Oh, that was it.
Nice work.
Now I can look in the wooden crate.
Did something unlock?
Nope.
Yeah, it did. I heard it. Sounded like a box opening.
Pure conjecture.
We already solved it.
It's open.
Inside we'll find the ocean map.
What is that? Some kind of...
That is not for sale. Please don't touch it.
Too late. Sorry.
After picking up these clues, we can speak to Grip. Not that we want to, we have to speak to Grip.
What on earth are you doing?
Customers, come in, and welcome to Mr. Grip's Emporium.
Wait, what?
I guess he's Mr. Grip.
What's that? You'd like a succinct yet exhaustive rundown of our operational philosophy?
I don't think I said that.
Here at Mr. Grips, we plot the unplottable, chart the unchartable, and measure the unmeasurable. No sea too vast, no night too dark, no fog too thick. With the right contraption in your pocket, even the great unknown may be quantified and calculated. So fret not, noble navigator, as we stock all the essentials.
Let's check his shop, or he won't leave us alone. The only way you can get him to... Are you serious? So you can't click on the exit shop?
I'm
I
sorry.
don't want it.
I'm afraid you don't have enough money.
I know! I'm not trying to buy anything!
We just want to exit the shop.
Apologies, you can't afford that one.
We have 0 coins, dude. Let us exit.
Mr. Grip, we're not customers. We're detectives. We need to talk to you.
Bubble bursted.
Why didn't you say so? Now, what is it you wanted to know?
Can I get your full name?
Godric Grip of Mr. Grip's Emporium.
Poor
And
guy.
that's this little shop you run down here in the engine room for some reason.
This is merely the newest branch. The flagship site is back in Circuum-on-Sea.
Yeah, we saw it. It's all boarded up.
As well, I can't make a living selling compasses to the ghosts in a ghost town, can I?
So that's what you do?
You can
Sell
try.
compasses? Seems kind of niche.
We buy, sell, and service all manner of nautical navigation equipment.
Servicing a compass.
Yes, we also provide cartographic consultation. We'll analyze and decipher any map, all for a low, low fee. Some maps may be invalid. Fee to be decided on a case-by-case basis.
Sorry, did you just talk to your stick?
You mean Cornelius Kane?
And he's given it a name.
Crazy.
Don't ask any follow-up questions. Maybe he'll let us move on. How'd you wind up here?
I crashed my hot air balloon into the ocean. Whole thing came down. Dreadful. And of course, I've never been a swimmer, don't have the upper body strength.
How'd you crash your balloon?
A rather spirited disagreement with a flock of migratory pelicans led to an abrupt
Sure, okay. And the actual reason?
storm.
There we go.
Wait, so you're an aeronaut? I thought you were a shopkeeper.
Yes, well, you're quite right, of course. But I've been inspired to leave my shop behind and head out on a journey of discovery into the great unknown. That was the plan, at least. As you can see, I didn't make it very far at all.
So there's a storm, the balloon crashes, you fall into the ocean, then what?
Enter Captain Mortuga. He finds me adrift, fishes me out of the water, and promptly places me here.
In the engine room?
What a nice
Was
guy.
every other room taken?
On the contrary, only Mortuga and Zephyr were living here when I arrived, so I rather had the run of the place. Cornelius and I just agreed this would be the best place to set up shop, as it were.
Why did you set up your shop again? You just said you'd been inspired to leave it behind.
I had to make myself useful somehow, didn't I?
Let's find out how he recalls the night of the murder.
Let's see. I'd taken Cornelius up to the mess hall. Poor fellow needed a little repair work, you see.
Were you alone up there? Aside from Cornelius, I mean.
No, Werman was there, working away on his typewriter. Then, all of a sudden, somebody new came down the ladder. A woman by the name of Mariana Moon. Werman and I conversed with her for a few minutes before Mortuga himself entered the room. He passed through towards the child's room and the storeroom, but before he left, he asked us to provide Mariana with a tour of the submarine. Werman feigned a sudden fatigue and slithered off back to his room, leaving me as the solitary tour guide.
You do kinda look like a tour guide, to be honest.
Yes, well, I won't bore you with a blow-by-blow. I'm sure Mariana will cover that in her statement. Suffice it to say, we ended up in the bilge at the very back of the submarine. And there we were, standing in the dark, when all of a sudden, a voice echoed down from above.
Mortuga's voice?
No, a young woman's, possibly two different women. The voices were followed by the sound of a blade, and finally a dull thud, like something hitting the ground.
Sounds like a murder to me.
What did Mariana make of all this?
Well, apparently satisfied by our impromptu eavesdropping session, she made her farewells and left.
You didn't go with her?
No, I stayed a little longer.
Did you hear any other weird noises?
I did. First, the sound of the storeroom door wrenching open and then closing again. Secondly, some kind of short, heavy scrape, mechanical. And finally, a dull thud, like something hitting the ground.
Sorry, again?
How many murders were there?
I didn't really know what to do with myself after that, but an unexpected lurch of the submarine caused me to very nearly topple over into the bilge water. So I decided to take my leave and return to the safety of my engine room.
You didn't want to go upstairs and see what was going on?
I certainly thought about it. Ultimately, I think it came down to cowardice on my part.
You didn't want to run to the murderer.
So, let's see. I was sat there, feeling rather pathetic, when Cynthia appeared in my doorway.
What did she want?
Well, she had a compass she wanted me to fix. I agreed to take a look at it for her. But that wasn't the end of it. She then told me she'd been asked to bring me upstairs, along with everyone else. And so, after fetching Mariana from next door, the three of us went up to the storeroom. I saw Mortuga's body laying on the floor, saw the cut across his neck. The cowardice I'd felt before, compounded. Tadpole spoke to the room. She wanted a confession, or even just an explanation. It goes without saying that nobody was willing to offer one. Really, that's the end of it. After that, several things happened very quickly. Cynthia became captain, decided to bring in a detective. You two arrived, and here we are.
We need to ask him about all the suspects.
I noticed Dirk seems to be trying to tell Werman what to write in his book.
Is he just trying to make sure Worman gets it done? Or is he trying to get him to write it in a certain way?
A little of both, I'd wager.
Maybe he's in league with Worman's publisher.
Dirk? That can't be right. If I recall correctly, he told me he worked for something called, oh yes, thank you, Cornelius. Wit and Whimsy, that was it. But I'm not sure what
It's a movie production company. It's owned by Vincent Van de Peer. He's a director and producer.
Well, someone's well informed.
Vincent once went location scouting in the swamp where I worked as a gift shop sales clerk.
Ah, of course.
The deceased?
He lived and worked in the inn opposite my emporium. I'd see him when I offered my custom at the inn, and in return, he'd come by my shop. As a sailor, Mortuga shared in my interest of nautical navigation. He even hired me for a job once.
Did he tell you he was planning to go live on a submarine?
I don't think he told anybody. After his disappearance, all I had was several largely unsatisfactory rumors. They said he disappeared into the sea, whatever that was supposed to mean. The first time I laid eyes on his eponymous submarine was when it rescued me from my fallen balloon. I can't tell you how surprised I was to see Magnus Mortuga step out into the foredeck, although he wasn't quite the same man I'd known before.
How do you mean?
The light in his eyes was dulled, like he wasn't really there.
And what had happened to him?
Well, I'd never found out, but you know, perhaps the rumors were true after all. Perhaps he had disappeared into the sea.
What'd you make of old Dr. Zephyr? Not a fan?
There's been some speculation that his experiments may be dangerous or even harmful. Although it's hard to be sure, since he seems so reluctant to admit what they actually are.
You don't even know? I would have thought, since you've both been here for a while.
Well, yes, Zacharias was one of the only 2 souls aboard the submarine when I arrived, but he never made me feel especially welcome, and he certainly wasn't keen on me poking around his dream chamber. In fact, he always seemed somewhat wary of me, like my arrival was going to scupper his plans in some way.
I guess Zephyr and Mortuga weren't expecting anyone else to show up.
What does he know about the weird chick?
I will say, in the last day or so, the Symmetry does seem particularly somber.
Because of Mortuga's death?
Yes, the problem seems to be that she considers herself a kind of catalyst.
Does she? Why?
Well, I believe she'd been working on some new project, and shortly before Mortuga died, Symmetry shared this project with him.
And
then he dies. It's probably just bad timing.
What kind of project was it?
I really have no idea. What's that? Oh, yes. Cornelius tells me he saw Symmetry drawing something while in the mess hall. A poster, apparently? Before this thrilling little jaunt on the Mortuga submarine, I'd lived in Silkworm all my life. I worked for my father and eventually inherited his business. Godman Grip's nautical and aeronautical precision measurement and navigation instruments.
Snappy title.
I eventually trimmed the name down to just Mr. Grip's Emporium. That was around the same time I hired young Cornelius here as a much-needed second pair of hands.
He's a stick. He does not have hands.
Yes, running that business was my whole life for many years. Slow, sometimes tedious work, but I was extremely good at it. I especially relished in the task of deciphering and restoring old maps. The more decrepit they were, the more I enjoyed it.
And now you live in the engine room of a submarine. Must be a big change.
Yes and no.
We should also ask about the other weird chick.
Young Cynthia seems quite convinced that she should be the new captain in the wake of Mortuga's death.
Sounds like you don't agree.
Well, now, I didn't say that. It's just...
You don't think she's up to the task?
On the contrary, from what I've seen, Cynthia is a remarkably bright and capable young woman. So much so that I bemoan seeing her spend her best years hidden away down here in the dark.
No, it doesn't have to be permanent. She could be captain for a little while and then go do something else.
And finally, about women.
I never got the details out of either of them, so I can't confirm this. But I believe Worman was invited onto the submarine by Mortuga himself.
Really? Why?
It's very strange. I can't for the life of me imagine why Mortuga would bring a journalist on board.
Worman's an author, not a journalist.
Ah, well, he used to be a journalist. He wrote for the local newspaper. And I will say he doesn't seem to have lost the instinct to always be on the lookout for a story.
And finally, under clues, there's a few. We need to ask about the ocean map, which I don't think we have.
Remarkable! There we are! Cornelius, look! I told you all our hard work would put us on the map someday.
How come your logo is a hot air balloon? I thought you sold stuff for boats.
Officially, we deal in the nautical and aeronautical. But in truth, the balloon motif was mostly just for fun. I'm not sure there were ever any aeronauts in Silkworm.
We also need to ask him about the broken compass, but I don't think we've seen it yet. No. So let's ask him about the mermaid photo.
Goodness me.
What's it a photo of?
Well, it's a face. I suppose we can agree on that.
Doesn't look like any face I've ever seen.
No, well, perhaps you ought to count yourself lucky.
He means he's seen a lot of faces like that. We also want to know from her about her painting.
Yes. Can't really miss it, can you?
It's creeping me out, but I really want to know what it is.
I wouldn't lose sleep over it if I were you.
The golden locket?
Bingo! Lillian's locket in the flesh!
And Lillian is... who?
By all accounts, some kind of sorceress.
How come you know about this?
Well, it's a brass trinket, and thus it's often placed within the jurisdiction of my expertise.
The ship's wheel? Why are there two of them?
Do you know how the wheel got damaged?
It looks in working order to me.
No, look. Some of the spokes are different. It looks like they broke off and got replaced.
You're quite right. Although it's not exactly at odds with the ship as a whole, is it?
Meaning?
Look around you. She's a ramshackle old thing. Sturdy, yes, even handsome in places, but undeniably a patchwork of sorts.
Meaning they got the steering wheel from the pawn shop.
So what's the deal with this cauldron?
I've no idea.
Really? I figured you've been here a while. Surely Mortuga would have mentioned it?
He never did. Seems like he was keeping it secret.
From who?
From everyone.
Why would it need to be a secret?
Maybe he just wanted it all for himself. Yeah, whatever was in there, I mean.
It wasn't really Mortuga's modus operandi to be selfish like that. Quite honestly, it's more likely to be the exact opposite.
What, so keeping it secret was him being selfless, somehow?
Like if it was dangerous. He kept it hidden as a way of keeping you all safe.
We also want to know what does his dream helmet do, but we haven't checked it yet. The indeeds we have found.
Grip, what do you know about this document?
Ah, yes. I believe it belongs to Cynthia, and she gave it to Mortuga shortly after she first arrived.
The dream helmet is supposed to be
Do you know if Zephyr made this himself?
He must have done. He didn't have it when I first got here. In fact, I'm pretty sure he measured Mortuga's head to get the shape right.
broken compass. Did we miss it? It's already
It's a
open.
big compass.
And also the ocean map. Where's the ocean map?
Grip, can we take a look in the basket?
Yes.
Will you be getting out of the basket?
No.
And then we can ask him about his broken compass.
What's with all the needles and cogs and stuff?
It looks like Grip's halfway through fixing it. That's what I figured, anyway.
Ah, thank heavens. That's what I was hoping for.
Sorry, what?
Perhaps I should explain. You see, Miss Seafoam came to me with a compass she needed fixing. I went to put the needle back on, but Cynthia stopped me. No, she said. The whole thing is broken. You'll have to take a look at the insides. You'll have to replace the needle. For some reason, she seemed to need it to be true.
She needed the compass to be broken.
I told her I had various spare needles I could try out as replacements, and here we are.
And you left it out so Cynthia would see it? So she'd think you were actually fixing it?
That's the idea, yes. So if you kindly put it back where you found it.
How much for this one?
We do have the
It's
ocean
not
map.
for sale.
Oh, too rare? Too valuable?
It's from my
Eyes are
personal
getting heavy.
collection. I really hadn't intended for you to see it.
Well, we did see it.
What's it a map to, anyway? What's at the red X?
Now that's the question, isn't it?
You don't know?
Unfortunately, not.
Now we can head over to the cargo hold. We went to by accident. One screen left. We already checked the Silkweed Worm map. Need to check the note board.
A pinboard?
I assume it belongs to that woman over there.
Right. We'd better talk to her first.
We already did check it.
It's a tent.
It's a piece of fabric draped over a rope.
Yeah, a tent.
Can we watch inside while the woman is here?
Bucko. That's private.
We cannot.
I enjoyed that she called you Bucko.
Bucko.
No. Ah, weary travelers. Take a seat by the fire, shake out your boots.
We're not
Wearing
travelers.
boots.
Then why do you both look so
Close enough.
haggard and trail-worn?
Ouch. There goes my self-esteem for the rest of the day.
We're detectives. I'm Grimoire, and this is Sally. We're here investigating the murder of Magnus Mortuga, your previous captain.
My captain? Never. My captain is the moonlight as it shimmers across the lake. My captain is the wind as it whispers through the valley.
Who is this woman?
No idea. I kind of like her, though.
My name is Moon. Mariana Moon.
Aha. And what do you do?
I do not do.
She talks a lot. So let's ask her about herself.
So, what, you're just some
I have a
random
feeling
traveler?
she'll tell us
Traveler,
without
yes,
hesitating.
But random, never. I'm here because I chose to be. I've been searching for the Mortuga submarine for some time, you know.
How come?
How come? This thing is the mother lode.
The motherlode of what?
Of whispered half-truth, of murky rumor, of stories unspoken.
Oh, like urban myths and stuff.
Right. Urban myths and stuff.
So you're a historian.
Historian, storyteller, rambler, ambler, fireside gambler.
How long have you been here?
Well, let's see. I arrived a few hours before the captain was murdered.
Oh, dang. Really?
Quite the story, isn't it?
But you're just on the submarine because you find it interesting.
Would that be such a crime?
No. Murder's a crime, though, pretty sure.
How did you get on the submarine?
A merciless wind rattles the rotting wood of the old Silkworm Harbor. The shadow of a vessel lurking low in the night black water. A mysterious stranger steps onto her foredeck. Cloaked in darkness, she slips inside the submarine. Who is she? What is her dark purpose?
It's you. We get it.
A mysterious stranger, I said. She descends into an ornate parlor, empty, save for a lone figure standing by the fire.
So, not empty.
He turns, his face still half hidden in flickering shadow. It is Captain Magnus Mortuga.
What was he like?
Nice guy. Stoic, but polite. Kind. He tells me to wait in the control room and then disappears off towards the back of the ship. After a little while, he comes back. But now, he's a slightly different man.
What do you mean?
The light is gone from his eyes. He seems sad, angry. He avoids my gaze as he crosses the room to take hold of the wheel. He tells me to head down the ladder towards the mess hall. Doing so, I encounter two gentlemen named Mr. Werman and Mr. Grip. Neither of them look like sailors, so I know they can't be crew. I assume they must be guests like me. And true enough, it transpires that Mr. Werman is a writer and Mr. Grip is, some kind of watch repairman. Captain Mortuga reappears, descending the ladder. He asks the two men to show me around the submarine and introduce me to the others. Then he disappears through the rear corridor. It's the last time I see him alive. Mr. Werman apologizes, explains he's too tired, and leaves through the opposite corridor. Mr. Grip, unable to come up with such an excuse, agrees to show me around. Now, I wrote this down in my diary, so I may as well let you read it.
Imagine my excitement to finally get a good look around the Mortuga submarine. I was even given a tour by one of Mortuga's subordinates, a Mr. Godric Grip. We began by visiting a bizarre laboratory known as the Dream Chamber. It smelled of dried herbs and dusty glass, but was devoid of its dream custodian. An early disappointment. The captain's cabin was locked. Mr. Grip explained how Captain Mortuga mostly keeps this room locked when it's not in use. We climbed down into the living quarters, where a pair of bunk rooms sat at the end of a corridor. The first smelled of crane dust and unwatered flowers. A young woman was laying in her bed, poring over an old document. She hastily hid the document away and introduced herself as Miss Cynthia Seafoam, a name to remember, dear reader, as she will shortly become quite important.
We knew it.
The second bunk room smelled of aftershave and desperation. The two men within, Mr. James Werman and Mr. Dirk Dansom, both appeared to be asleep, so we decided not to intrude. Next on the tour, a room inhabited, by the looks of things, by a young child who is also a stage magician. Sadly, this mythical child magician is nowhere to be seen.
You didn't check in the portrait, did you?
The room at the very end of the hallway was sealed with a heavy bulkhead door. Mr. Grip dismissed it as a storeroom that only Captain Mortuga makes use of.
Something's hidden inside.
Perhaps you'll agree with me, dear reader, when I suggest the peculiarity of a simple storeroom being sealed off with such a significant door.
Agreed.
Mr. Grip took me down to the cargo hold. It smells of damp wood and tarred rope. Yes, I describe it in the present tense, for it is here I sit as I write this very diary. Next door, the engine room, burnished bronze and tea-stained parchment. I learned that it's something of a nest for Mr. Grip himself, and thus was currently unoccupied. Clearly wishing to remove himself from the situation, the good doctor muttered something inaudible and disappeared up the ladder. We continued on into the next room, which I was amused to discover was some kind of shimmering mermaid grotto.
So we already have a mermaid maniac on board.
I smelled her before I saw her. The unmistakable mix of salt, seaweed, and sequined spandex. It can only be Madame Tadpole, a name which may be familiar to long-time readers of this diary. Tadpole and I caught up while Mr. Grip skulked in the doorway, clearly hoping this would mark the end of the tour, but it did not, dear reader. It did not.
Right, so, yes, I can see there's one more room to visit. Mr. Grip insists it's just the bilge, a dark, dank and smelly place, ill-frequented by humankind. I tell him he couldn't have sold it to me better if he'd tried.
And now, finally, for another long story.
We enter the bilge, but it's too dark to see anything. Mr. Grip, who is clearly tiring of my company by this point, opens the vent in the ceiling to
Not
let
hard
in
to
a
believe.
little light. Moments later, a voice is heard, echoing down from above.
Whose voice?
A young woman, and then an older woman. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I remember thinking it sounded a little like poetry.
What happened next?
The sound of a scream, and then a dull thud.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a murder.
But which murder?
Anyway, by this point I've used up all my patience, so I decide to take my leave. I thank Mr. Grip for the tour and return to my new lodgings in the cargo hold. I have to put up my tent twice, as on the first attempt a sudden movement of the submarine undoes my progress. After some time, Mr. Grip and the young Miss Seafoam appear in my doorway. It seems they've come to fetch me for some kind of official submarine business. We head back towards the mess hall, Mr. Grip and Miss Seafoam heading up the ladder before me. I spot Dr. Zephyr emerging from the airlock. He has a glass bottle in one hand and what looks like an old leather bag in the other. I update him with what little information I have and attempt to catch up with the others. Laying on the floor is the body of Captain Magnus Mortuga. Amongst the living, mutterings are breaking out. Murder and mutiny, cauldrons and curses. But with Zephyr finally in attendance, Tadpole calls for order, demanding justice for her slain captain. But nobody really seems to know what to say. The next morning, it's announced that Miss Seafoam has taken over as captain. And, well, here we are.
And now we need to
I
ask
saw
her about
Dirk
everybody.
wandering the halls this morning, like he was looking for something.
Quite
I
time
asked him
consuming.
what it was he'd lost, and he said he couldn't really describe it, but it looked a bit like a gun.
What?
So, something that looks like a gun.
Hopefully
but
it's not a
isn't
gun.
actually a gun.
I can't imagine what he was talking about. I didn't expect to find a fellow herbologist on board. Dr. Zephyr really knows his rosehip from his rosemary. He's a chemist, too. Impressive, don't you think?
I don't know. I get the sense his
Not
work
so
is more
much.
alchemy than chemistry.
He does seem rather secretive about it. I tried asking him about his experiments, but he seemed awfully reluctant to divulge any details.
Sounds familiar?
It does.
Worman, I know he once worked as a newspaper journalist. Oh, that's before he changed his name, of course.
Have you read his book, Hex of the Helmsman?
I leafed through it. I must say he's got some good research skills. I'd love to know what his sources were.
What do you mean?
The book is very clearly a loose retelling of the real-life story of one Magnus Mortuga. Broad shoulders, long arms, good for reaching across a wheel. He had a hard face, but soft eyes. I'd wager he was once a very handsome man.
Do you know anything about his life before the submarine? Like if he had a family?
I'd never heard mention of his parentage, no.
But he lived in Silkworm. Do you know where exactly?
The only record I found lists him as living at the Stonetop Inn and working on board the Stonetop family sailing ship.
As the captain?
As a deckhand, and eventually as the helmsman.
So how'd he end up as the captain of a submarine?
All I could dig up was a rumor that he bought the submarine from the shipyard.
He bought it?
Or maybe he commissioned to have it built. Accounts vary on that.
Either way, how could Mortuga afford to buy a submarine?
My guess is that he didn't pay with money, but made some other kind of trade.
Maybe he inherits it big.
So, Mariana, what do you make of him? Godric, I mean.
I will say, for someone with such a novel outfit, he's ever so quiet.
Quiet?
You disagree?
I thought his whole thing was to be deliberately obnoxious.
He wasn't like that with you?
Not at all. Whilst showing me around the submarine, he was mostly subdued. Didn't say an awful lot.
Maybe you make him nervous.
Maybe you make him nervous.
Why would she make him nervous?
Cynthia Seafoam, the daughter of Harbour Master Sylvia Seafoam, and the stepdaughter of Donovan Drummond, the shipyard owner.
That's a pretty solid nautical heritage.
By all accounts, Sylvia Seafoam was an ambitious and outgoing sailor, but I believe they raised Cynthia to be a mechanic.
Still, sounds like Cynthia actually does have the expertise to be captain.
Who said she doesn't?
You did.
So, Mariana, where are you from?
No fixed address. That's the way it's been for some time.
Oh, I see.
But you came to Silkworm looking for the Mortuga submarine. How come?
I go wherever I please, which usually amounts to wherever has the most interesting rumors.
I don't want to be rude, but do you ever have to do work to get money?
From time to time. I've taken up work as a tour guide, a historian, a performing storyteller.
But how did you wind up getting onto the submarine? Isn't it a secret?
Well, if it's such a secret, how did you do it?
I got a phone call from Cynthia Seafoam, and she told us to come to Silkworm.
And then the submarine came up to the harbor so we could get on.
Well, there we are. Perhaps that's how I did it, too.
I'm guessing not.
Symmetry was the only person I didn't see on my tour of the submarine. I realized later that she'd been with Mortuga at the time.
In the Illusion Theater?
You know what's funny? Nobody else calls it that. They all just call it the storeroom. I'm led to believe Illusion Theater is a name Miss Silkmoth came up with herself. Rather like how she came up with the name Symmetry Silkmoth.
That's not her real name?
It's not her birth name, no.
And finally, the clues. You don't need to ask about all of them, but we do need to ask about the Silkworm
I
map.
see you've been enjoying my map.
It's barely a map. It's closer to a list.
What about the family tree on the back?
Most of my research into Silkworm has been focused on these two family lines, the Fellows and the Stonetops.
Seems like you haven't worked out how Mortuga fits into it. His name is just floating out there by itself.
I'm not sure if he does fit into it, to be honest.
Mariana, you've got a question mark there. Someone you don't know the name of.
Ah, yes. Quite the mystery, you see.
One of her
I'd
kids
heard
she
about-
We know
forgot
her name.
at the
It's
bazaar.
Freya. You're welcome.
Dang. Anticlimax moment right there. We also want to know what she thinks about the ocean map.
As much as I love an old map, I wouldn't know where to start with his. I prefer maps that show some sort of land. Or, you know, some sort of anything.
And the caretaker's journal.
Now, where did you find this?
Zephyr had it.
Get here now. Lillian's locket, silver snake, golden palm, mermaid... The mermaid's tongue.
You've heard of it?
Only the name, and only when people were telling me it doesn't exist.
Maybe it doesn't.
But there's a photo.
It's a photo of a drawing.
What's it supposed to do, anyway? The description in the book here is pretty vague.
And they say it allows humans to commune directly with God while they're still alive.
What? God?
In here it says, said to facilitate communication with she who lies beyond the veil.
She who lies beyond the veil, God, other dimensions, aliens, the afterlife. You know, it varies. But the sentiment is the same. Though it's a wretched thing, really. An echo of man's desperate, futile desire to wring answers from a silent universe.
I can see why people would say it doesn't exist.
But Zephyr's trying to get hold of it.
Well, he may be. It depends.
On what?
The strength of his will.
I'm guessing he does not have a strong will. But we do have the indeeds.
Where on earth did you find this?
Cynthia had it.
I don't know. You two have all the luck. I spent a year researching silkworm and never found anything this good.
What's so good about it?
It's penned by Solomon Stonetop himself. They say he built the Stonetop Inn with his own hands, and in doing so, he founded the town of Silkworm-on-Sea.
Now, does she believe in mermaids? Only one way to find out.
Well, that has to be a face, but it's not. It doesn't look like anyone. When was this taken?
Pretty recently, I think.
I see. So she's probably still out there. Listen, don't worry about it. Seriously.
One thing we're also curious about is her painting.
Ah, now we're getting to it. The reason all of us are here, really.
How so?
The Silver Snake, the Mortuga submarine. Did you ever stop and wonder, why here? Why this particular part of the coast? It all stems from a single truth. There's something hiding in the water. Something big. Now, it wasn't my intent to cause you any lasting unease. Look, we three, we're merely tourists here, passers-by. Take my advice. Keep your distance from all this, so you can still walk away at the end.
I'm saying it's the Loch Ness Monster. What does she have to say about the newspaper page?
This marks a pivotal moment in Silkworm's history, the day the Silver Snake was discovered. It also shows the two women who found it, Felicia Stonetop, that's her on the left, and Sylvia Seafoam on the right.
Hang on, we saw a statue about this in the town square, but on the statue, the serpent was shown being wrestled by a male fisherman.
Yes, well, that's history for you. I can't speak to what that is squirming around in the bottle there, but the liquid is salt water with a mix of herbs. I suppose Zephyr must have a pestle mortar. I might ask to borrow it.
Which herbs?
Valerian, skullcap, and chamomile.
Mariana, can you tell us what these tablets are?
It's rather more difficult when it's something synthetic like this. Some kind of vitamin supplement, I believe.
All three of them?
Yes, the 3 tablets seem largely to be the same thing.
And I think that's about it. Unless we have the moon vial.
Do you recognize this, Mariana?
Should I?
Well, we just figured since there's a moon drawn on the label.
So because my name is Moon, all moon-related things must belong to me?
Yep.
Even if it's not yours, do you have any idea what it is?
It's a herbal compound of some kind. Valerian, skullcap, chamomile, and seawater.
Funny, she
So,
knows all the
not
ingredients.
poison.
Maybe it's medicine. Would those herbs do anything in particular?
I suppose it could be a sleep aid, like a mild sedative.
Interesting. You know, I think Sim's hiding something. in
I
the
know
submarine.
she's hiding something.
we haven't found yet.
A certain piece of equipment she uses in magic tricks.
That's the one. Problem is, we already searched the child's room and her bunk room.
Well, there's only one other place it would be.
Illusion Theater.
So this is the Illusion Theater.
It's very small for a theater.
It's basically just the end of a corridor, separated from the rest of the corridor.
Oh, dang. We need to unlock this panel.
This wooden panel. Surely there's something behind it.
To do that, we're gonna need to complete another puzzle. For this puzzle, you need to swap out the tiles so they are all in the correct locations.
Hello.
The symbols on the left side of the row represents the suit, like a deck of cards, and the top arrows represents the orientation or the rotation of the
It's a long set
cards.
of tiles.
To complete this puzzle, you go a little something like... So this is kind of confusing. But as you get to the end, it gets a bit better. Fewer tiles to move around. And I'm guessing this is it.
That's the one.
Good job.
Why, thank you.
It's unlocked, I think.
Right. Let's get this thing open. There's a girl in there.
Hopefully it's a doll.
It's a doll. I hope.
A life-size doll of Symmetry Silkmoth. It was found hidden in the Illusion Theater. How do we lift up the locket?
So it's a life-size doll that looks like Symmetry.
Well, yeah. But I think there's more to it than that.
She has a locket.
Is that a camera?
No. I think it's a projector.
Let's watch a film.
Close your eyes, my love, and be still, for this is the end and the beginning.
Not disturbing at all.
Sorry, Why was there a projector hidden inside the doll?
Safekeeping?
I think we need to go ask Symmetry about this. Child's room. We are there. Hey Symmetry, what's up? We need to know what's going on with this film
this yours?
projector.
No, not mine. Merely borrowed from Magnus Mortuga.
Mortuga owned a projector? What for? Projecting a film, I guess?
Not this film.
What did you want it for?
Projecting this film.
What's up with this?
We found your doll. She's not talking.
You didn't ask her anything.
Alright, fine. What's up with the doll? Okay, now she's not talking.
Speaking of, Sim, can the doll talk? Like, does it have a little speaker inside?
She is ever silent. I speak for us both.
I just thought, there's a string on the back. I thought it was like a pull string.
It is a pull string.
Oh, then how does it work?
You pull it. Okay, after we found all this stuff, we can now go to the airlock grotto, which is bottom row first on the right. I believe we've been there by accident. No, we have not. Inside here, you want to check the diving helmet.
It's a diving helmet. One of those old, heavy ones.
You think it's a safe?
Nah, looks pretty dangerous.
A safe.
Oh!
Not yet. Let's do it. It's gonna be a puzzle. For this puzzle, I rotate the helmet around the adjust dial so that each path has a matching shape facing each other. We suggest you start from the one farthest on the inside and work your way out.
That's not it.
There are
Not
9
yet.
dials placed around the diving helmet, and each one can be set to one of 4 different angles.
Drag the diving helmet to rotate it, tap on the dials to rotate them.
I guess that's wrong.
The dials are connected by little pipes along the surface of the diving helmet. Specifically, the pipes attach to one of the 4 quadrants of each dial, each of which is bearing a symbol.
Has to be right.
Nothing.
Basically,
Nothing.
the
Right.
pipes.
We just need to rotate the dials so all the connected symbols match. Nothing.
Basically, the pipes connect some symbols to other symbols.
Right. We just need to rotate. Nothing.
Basically,
Right. We just need to rotate. Nothing.
basically, the
Right.
pipes.
We just need to rotate the dial. Nothing.
Basically-
Right. We just need to rotate.
Basically.
Right. We just need to nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need
Dang. This is kind of difficult.
nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need to nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need to rotate the dials so all the connected symbols match. Nothing.
Basically, the
Right.
pipe.
We just need to rotate the dials so all the connected symbols match. Nothing.
Basically. the
Right.
pipe.
We just need to rotate the dial. Nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need to rotate.
Going to triangle. So this one doesn't match.
Nothing.
Basically.
Right. We just need to rotate.
That one is a plus. What in the world?
Nothing.
Basically. the
Right.
pipe.
We just need to rotate the dials so all the connected symbols. Hey!
Finally, we did it. That took us quite a while.
I'm impressed.
What's inside?
What is inside? Hopefully something very useful. A rugged bloodstained pocketbook. It was hidden in the airlock. Now we need to unlock it also. So I don't think we can open this yet. We need to figure out the code. So let's talk to the lady.
Hey, it's me, Madam Tadpole. Yep, that's my name. First question. Go.
Are you a mermaid or what's the deal?
Great question. Half mermaid. The top half, obviously. From the waist up, all mermaid. And as you can see, I have the legs of an ordinary human woman.
You are sure one freaky looking creature.
Who happens to be
Nothing
an
ordinary
Olympic
about you.
swimmer. Second question. Go.
Yourself?
So, Madam Tadpole, you're a professional swimmer? Or a professional mermaid?
I'm not a professional anything, not anymore. I'm done with all that.
Do you have gills?
Nope, it's a tattoo. Sorry to disappoint.
It's cool. Why'd you get it?
I've always been real good at holding my breath underwater, like scary good. The other kids used to call me Fish Girl.
Ah, kids can be mean.
I'd say they had it right.
Fish girl.
How come you're here on the submarine?
Okay, so I like to go diving. In the sea, deep.
Oh, like with an oxygen tank and a mask?
No. I don't use any of that stuff. Anyway, so one time I went too deep. I wasn't going to come back up. I was pretty much done for. Somehow Magnus found me, pulled me into his submarine. He brought me back. I owe him my life.
Wait, so are you from Silkworm? Were you living in the town?
Nope, I'm from far away.
Then how come you were diving into this bit of ocean?
Oh, well, yeah, I was visiting the town. For work.
What kind of work?
Performance art. Kinda. Like I said, I'm done with all that.
So, Mortuga saved you from drowning, and you just decided to stay?
It's where I belong. The ocean. I had my fill of living on land. I've got no interest in going back.
How did you get... Oh, she already
Looks like
told
you
us.
make
I don't know
yourself
what
pretty comfortable down
this
here.
question is
Magnus
gonna
offered
ask
me
her.
one of the bunk rooms, but I
Just
turned
that
him
she's
down.
comfortable.
And yeah, over time I
Quite
attained the airlock
comfortable.
to a nice little home for myself.
Where did you get all this stuff? The mirrors, the bottles.
Shipwrecks, shipping containers, you name it. If it falls into the ocean, I consider it fair game.
You go swimming out in the actual ocean.
Course.
Isn't it cold? And what about the water pressure?
What about him? That's for other people to worry about.
So, how do you get out into the sea? Or do you just go from up on deck?
See that hole in the middle of the room? Leads down into a big old water tank with a door that leads outside. I go out into the ocean every single day.
Jeez, I'm impressed.
Like I said, this is where I belong.
How long have you been living here?
I stopped worrying about times and dates. It doesn't mean much down here. But I know I arrived after Sim and before Dirk.
Do you get on with the other suspects?
Oh, sure. It's a nice group. I was closest with Magnus, though. He was one of a kind.
And now for the final
I remember
story.
the sub did a weird kind of
The final
tilt.
account of the
Don't know
night
what
of
it
the
was, but
murder.
anyway, it woke me
Given
up.
by
So
Tadpole.
yeah, I'm trying to go back to sleep, but I can't because now there's all these footsteps outside my room. I get up and check outside. Nothing. So I check the bilge.
Was anyone in there?
No, but something's dripping into the water. I get a closer look, and it's blood coming through the drain that connects to the room above. So I head up there to check. The door's locked. I open it up.
You unlocked it? How?
By turning the wheel. So, okay, I guess it's not really locked. More like shut.
Could anyone turn that wheel?
Probably not. It takes some upper body strength. I go inside, and that's when I find him. Dead. Killed, looks like. I get angry. I'm out for revenge. I gotta find the guy who did it. So I run to the mess hall. Nobody. Climb up to the parlor. Nobody. Then I notice the hatch up to the foredeck was left open. Someone's making an escape, I think. Cowardly. I go up on deck. Nobody. I look across to the aft deck.
Let me guess. Nobody.
Nah, there was a demon. Yep. Glowing eyes, single horn coming out of the head, like an antler, kind of.
Was it a person?
I don't know, maybe. It was dark. I could only really make out the eyes, and it wasn't looking at me. It was looking out to the side, at the ocean, I guess. Then it starts talking.
What did it say?
No idea. Alien language.
What?
Okay, even I'm making notes now. This is the best statement we ever got.
Oh yeah, there was this big green light. Not sure where it was coming from, though. It can't be anything good, I figure. Better put a stop to it. So I took one of the oars off the old rowing boat and threw it. Hard. Direct hit. Its head came off, pretty sure. I saw it fall into the ocean.
Suspect vanquishes demon with improvised javelin.
After that, the green glow went away, so now it's too dark to see anything. I want to be sure, so I jump off the side and swim over to the aft deck. But nope, nothing. Then I dive down past the back of the sub to take a look around.
Did you see anyone?
No. No. How should I put this? I'm pretty sure I was being watched. Like I could feel something was out there with me. I don't know. Sorry.
Did you ever find the head of the demon or whatever it was? You said it fell into the ocean.
Oh, yeah, I did actually. It was right there, floating in the water. Turns out it was this leather mask kind of thing.
A mask?
Like a full head mask, you know, kind of like a balaclava.
Do you still have it?
Nope. I took it back inside the submarine, left it right here in the airlock, and, it's gone. I think it got stolen.
That's, disappointing.
Tadpole, you didn't finish your statement.
Right. I left the airlock, told Cynthia to gather up the others and come up to the storeroom. Zephyr was in the mess hall. I told him to come too. So I go to the storeroom. Dirk's there with Werman and Sim. Everyone else shows up shortly after.
So, you all gathered at the crime scene. What happened?
Nobody wanted to admit to murder, so it was a bit of a stalemate. Most of the others made excuses and scurried off. Zephyr, Grip, and I stayed behind. I guess we were the ones who knew Magnus best. That's it. Story's over. Get out of here.
Whoa, she's rich.
Miss Tadpole, you said you were an Olympic-level swimmer.
Oh, sure. They never let me compete, though. I got banned way back when I used to swim in regionals.
So we have 9
What did you
suspects to
do?
ask her about.
Nothing. They just
Hang
decided
tight.
I had certain physical abnormalities that made it unfair to the other swimmers.
That kind of sucks.
It's whatever. I never really cared about competing anyway.
So what did you do after you got banned?
Oh, you know, left home, traveled, got a job, quit that job, traveled some more.
And, have you always been green?
You finally built up the courage to ask, huh? No, it was a reaction to some chemicals we used in a little water tank I used to swim in. The doctor said it's reversible, but I couldn't afford the treatment, so yeah, I'm green. Dirk's got a little crush on me, pretty sure.
Cute.
He's a good egg, but he's not my type. I don't go in for the Boy Scout look. Now, if he grew a beard, then I'd be open for negotiation.
Sure, I could see that.
Sorry, could we maybe talk about something more relevant?
Says Grimoire with the fake beard.
Yeah, Zephyr and I had a little falling out.
Over what? Something to do with his experiments?
In theory, I really don't care what he does in his lab. I just didn't like that he dragged Sim into it.
What do you mean?
When I first got here, Sim was working for Zephyr in the Dream Chamber.
What were they working on? Researching dreams, I guess?
Well, sure, that was part of it. They even had Mortuga as a test subject at one point.
They were researching Mortuga's dreams?
Look, it's not the dreams that were the problem. It's the communicating with spirits from the other world stuff.
Oh, like talking with the afterlife.
Zephyr's a grown man. If he wants to research that stuff, he's free to do so. But Sim's still young. I didn't want her getting misled, so I put a stop to it.
How?
I made Zephyr tell Sim he didn't need her anymore.
Ouch.
It's for the best.
It had to hurt.
I know he used to run a shop selling compasses or whatever, but from what I gather, he knew it wasn't really his life's calling. Although he seems to have fallen back into it, so I don't know what's going on there. Creature of habit, I guess.
If Grip didn't actually want to work in a shop, what did he want to do?
He wanted to be the navigator for the submarine.
He'd probably be pretty good at that.
Problem was, Magnus didn't need a navigator. Didn't want one.
What?
It's just, now that Mortuga's dead and there's a new captain.
You're thinking Grip might finally get to be navigator? Under Cynthia?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think Grip wants to be Cynthia's navigator. I think he wanted to be Mortuga's navigator. I really liked him. He wasn't like anyone else I've met.
What did you like about him?
He was this great combination of super introverted and super proactive. Like you'd be complaining that you had a headache or whatever, and he wouldn't say a word. But then the next morning, you'd wake up and find painkillers beside your bed.
Wow.
Kind of creepy, sneaking into your room at night.
And where would you get painkillers on a submarine?
The point is, he actually cared about other people. Really, the only person he was hard on was himself.
Go on.
Well, for one, he never let himself leave the submarine, even if he wanted to.
Did he want to?
I think so.
Then what was stopping him?
I wish I could say. Now, when Werman got here, that's when things got interesting.
Why? Because he's a famous author?
Oh no, I don't care about that. I don't read pulp literature.
Oh, right.
Then what's so interesting?
Okay, so, Vermin's from Silkworm, just like Mortuga. And after he arrived on the submarine, Mortuga spent a lot of time talking with him.
Wait, you think they knew each other from before? From when they both lived in the town?
No, but I do think they share a connection.
Like maybe they have a mutual friend or something?
Something like that.
Then it seems like Mortuga would have wanted Vermin on the submarine if he had something to gain from it, even if it was just information.
What information, though? What was Mortuga trying to find out?
Nobody knows.
Little Cynthia. She's cute, huh?
I don't know if that's an appropriate way to talk about your captain.
You're so right.
You think her being captain is kind of a joke?
It's not a joke to her. She cares a lot about the submarine. I just don't think it's doing her any good to care that much. It's just a hunk of metal after all.
And wood. Some of it is made out of wood, I noticed.
Did Mortuga want Cynthia to succeed him as captain? Did he ever mention it?
No, I'd say he probably felt the same way I do about it.
Which is?
That she's too young and too bright to be living down here in the dark. I couldn't believe it when she showed up. I swear this submarine is like some kind of giant sink strainer.
You know Mariana Moon from before?
Yeah, we've crossed paths. We very briefly both worked for the same guy.
What guy? Doing what?
Performance art. Mariana's act was storytelling.
What about?
The show I saw was about the history of Silkworm on Sea, with a focus on all the rumors and urban myths. This was before I'd even been there myself. She even mentioned the rumor of the Mortuga submarine, how she'd been in Silkworm looking for it.
What was the rumor?
Just that there was supposed to be this haunted submarine with a captain who got cursed to live underwater forever.
Sounds made up.
I know, right?
Hell yeah.
Sim's quite delicate. She's got some real self-worth issues.
She's kinda eerie.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got this 1,000-yard stare, like a rabbit in the headlights.
She's got a unique way of speaking, too.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how much of it is sincere and how much is residual from her time performing on stage. I have heard her talking more normally, though, when she's with Cynthia.
What about Sim's parents?
Orphan. As far as I know, she was homeless for a while, until the system picked her up and she got moved into the theater.
So, she's never had any kind of normal life.
Nope. That 1,000-yard stare's starting to make a little more sense now, huh?
It is. And now for the long list of clues, starting with the pocketbook.
Hands off. It's mine.
What's this symbol on the front? Looks like someone scratched it in with a claw or something.
None of your business.
Same
How do
thing
you get it
used to
open?
cut Mortuga's
You
throat.
don't know the code?
Oh, I know it. But you don't.
Is it your phone number? Your birthday?
Name of your childhood pet?
Sally, it's a number.
Oh, yeah.
The message in a bottle, once we find it. We do not have it.
What?
I feel like I know what this is.
The thing in the painting. You've seen it?
Not seen it. More like felt it. I'm pretty sure it's out there. Maybe even right now.
Should we be worried about this?
That's up to you.
We have to click on the message in a
Tadpole
bottle
didn't give us
first.
the code for the pocketbook.
I noticed.
So what now?
Maybe someone else will know it.
Yeah, I
A
doubt
crush.
How about this? If we ask everyone
Dick.
and nobody knows it, we can break it open.
Ooh.
I knew that would cheer you up.
But first,
Old glass bottles.
Looks like they've all been salvaged from the ocean.
Hey, this one has a message inside.
Curse in the cauldron. A small room within the bowels of the ship. His lifeless body lies in the shadows of an ancient stone cauldron. The cauldron's heavy iron lid has never been unlocked. It has never been opened. For all his strength, ultimately proved powerless. He ultimately proved powerless against the lure of the unknown. On this morning, the cauldron has been unlocked. On this morning, it is wide open. What an interesting story.
We already solved.
We already solved the safe. We already read the book. We need the code.
Sally, how do you feel about swimming?
Nope, not happening.
Inside is something. A treasure chest.
It's a treasure chest. We can't reach it while it's underwater.
What a tease.
But we can ask Tadpole about it now. And also about the message in a
Where
bottle.
did you get this bottle from?
I found it in the ocean, like everything else in here.
When? Recently?
Yeah, this morning.
Was it near the submarine?
Of course, I never go too far out.
Are you gonna open it up?
No way, it's a message in a bottle. If I opened it, it'd just be a message and a bottle. Not nearly as interesting.
That's logical. So the Silkworm map.
Silkworm on sea.
With the family
Let's
tree
see.
on the back.
Magnus, Grip, Worman, Cynthia. Oh, and Sim. Those 5 are from the town. Or they lived there for a while at least.
You think they all knew each other from before the submarine?
Magnus and Grip knew each other, I think. They lived opposite, see?
Oh, yeah.
The ocean map.
That drawing of the coral, it looks familiar.
Oh, it's just a generic piece of red coral, isn't it?
It reminds me of a piece I found in the ocean recently.
Can I see it? Do you still have it?
No.
Great.
Hex bottle. Once we found it.
Any idea what Zephyr's keeping in this bottle?
Whatever it is, he dumps it into the ocean every single night.
What? What do you mean?
Every evening, he comes by the airlock and empties the bottle into the water tank below.
And the water tank leads out into the ocean.
Yeah, and then each morning he comes by with the empty bottle and fills it back up again.
Why? What's he doing?
I've never managed to work it out.
Let's find out if she believes in mermaids.
Tadpole, is this a photo of you?
Why'd you say that?
It's an underwater photo, and it kind of looks like a woman's face. I just thought...
All mysterious underwater women look alike, is that it?
No, I...
Stereotyping at its worst.
For the record, I don't think it looks like you.
Right. It doesn't. In fact, it doesn't look like anyone.
So, what is it? We already asked her about her painting. Moon Vial. That Moon says doesn't belong to her, but her name is
This
on
was
it.
on the floor of the crime scene. Do you know what
Or
it
a
is?
picture of her name.
Poison, maybe?
We don't know that. We don't know what it is.
Doesn't make any sense for it to be poison. Magnus was killed with a blade. Something sharp.
Right, but there wasn't anything like that at the crime scene.
Well, then it must be somewhere else.
Does she know what's inside the stone cauldron, or what was inside
All I
it?
can say for sure is that at one time, this cauldron spent several years underwater. Not just underwater, but in the ocean. I can tell by the growth of the barnacles and algae.
There's no growth on the inside, though. Or on the lid.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
The wooden boy.
Magnus wouldn't bring this inside the submarine, but he didn't seem to want to get rid of it either.
So it must have some kind of purpose.
We already know what it does. We saw it on the way in. It shines a big green light so you know where to go to find the submarine.
Eyeball key.
Where did you find that?
Yeah, it was in Sims.
Oh, we just found it lying around in a corridor. What is it?
It's Magnus's key. It unlocks his cabin.
Really?
Yeah, you just gotta push the iris, and the key pops out the back, see?
Thank you for the info.
Violent.
So, you need this to lock or unlock the captain's cabin.
Uh-huh. Magnus only locked that door on rare occasions, but whenever he did, he used this key.
And, the cabin is?
Down the hall from the parlor, at the very back of the submarine.
It's the only room we haven't been to. Can be that hard to find. But we also want to find out about the command contract. As soon as I find
Looks
it.
like Mortuga chose to use a typewriter for this.
To make it more official, maybe?
It's more that he didn't like writing by hand. He'd even sometimes ask me to write things for him.
Like what?
Oh, Just little notes, you know.
And then finally the Indeed.
The Stone Top Inn. That's where Magnus lived, back before the submarine.
He lived in the inn, but he wasn't part of the Stone Top family, surely.
No, I don't think he had any family in the town.
Okay, that's all we need from her.
I do kind of want to see what's on that piece of paper.
You can read it just fine.
But what if there's something on the back?
Huh. So what, you want to break it open?
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, I don't go around breaking your stuff.
We wouldn't mind. We don't have any stuff here. Because she said Dirk has a crush on her, so maybe Dirk knows how to open a pocketbook.
What's that?
It belongs to Madame Tadpole, but it's locked.
Oh, a combination lock. Let me try. Yep, got it.
How did you know the code?
Easy. It was her birthday.
Stalker alert. It's actually a shallow box with a number of objects kept inside. The inside of the box smells of cigar smoke and alcohol. Can't even shake the stuff out. And then some few diary pages. After that, I think we're ready to go to the bilge. But that is not the final place we haven't explored yet, because we haven't been. What do we use?
It's almost pitch black in here.
I'm guessing you didn't bring a flashlight.
We can use what? Cell phone.
We can use Dirk's cell phone. Do you think he'll mind?
Probably not.
Does he even know we have his cell phone?
Point it here.
Here?
No, not there. Over here.
Like this?
One more time.
Over here?
Yep.
A switch.
See?
You need to rotate and move the two metal dials so that the orbs inside match the two images in the center.
It looks like some
So the
kind of
left dial should match the upper image and the right dial should match the lower image. Meaning something like this. Whoa. This is not gonna be. Can I reset this puzzle, please? Holy.
that's not it.
So we can rotate the glass orbs, and we can turn the outer dials, which also rotates the glass orbs, but in a different way.
That's wrong.
Looks like the solutions shown on those two little screens. I think either of the orbs could produce either of the solutions.
Nothing.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it. Nothing.
We have to rotate.
In that case, we'll need to make it so certain.
have to rotate the glass orbs.
In that case, we'll need to make it. Nothing.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it. Nothing.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have to rotate.
In that case, we'll need to make it. Nothing.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have
In
to
that case, we'll need to make it. Nothing.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it. Nothing.
We have
In
to
that case, we'll need to make it.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
We have
In
to
that case, we'll need to make it.
I have no idea what to do here. Because according to me, we have exactly like the picture shows us.
We have to
In that case, we'll need to make it.
Oh, okay. I get it.
We have to
In that
rotate.
case,
The
we'll need to
right
make
one should be like this one. Freaking hell. we need 2 white ones and 2 red ones. Freaking finally.
I did it.
Dang, that was odd.
Good job.
I'm gonna definitely cut that part in the editing. And finally we're inside the bilge. I don't know how to say that, but it took us a while. Okay, we have the power on, so now we can check the strange device.
What is that?
I have no idea. It's some kind of strange.
What should we call it?
How about a strange device? Unidentified device found floating in the bilge water.
What's this?
Diving license. A license card that has been cut in half and taped back together. It was found in the bilge. Tanya Tadpole. I wonder what's it doing here.
The light is coming through an open drain in the ceiling.
A drain in the floor of the room above, you mean?
Literally the same thing.
Now that we've explored all unlocked rooms and questioned each suspect for the first time, it's time to get into the captain's office.
We can't get in there right now. Locked.
We have a key. Eyeball key. Use it. Push it and then use it. Push it and then use it.
That's the one.
And this also unlocks the achievement. Aye aye, Captain.
It's a ship in a bottle.
Really? What ship is it?
A wooden model ship in a glass bottle. It was on Mortuga's desk in the captain's cabin. Same as the message in the bottle.
Would you not shake it like that? You're gonna break it.
I think it already is broken. Listen. Something got loose on the inside.
Something like what?
It's a ship in a bottle.
Really? What ship is it?
So how do I remove the... Somebody's
The treasure
inside
chest.
there.
Someone's peeking out from inside.
Hello?
Handheld radio. Hidden in the captain's cabin. It seems to be broken.
Is that a bell?
I think so.
Why is it hanging over the desk?
It's an old birdcage.
Minus the bird.
How old? Okay, and that's how far we're gonna go. We're gonna call this part 1. Thank you for spending your time with me. And please hit the like button, subscribe for more, and tell us in the comments if there's any games you'd like to see. Always remember to be happy gaming.